What's up, what up, two patron, two turn, or two patron, two turn? What up, Pain Logistics? What up, Parson? What up to her Zeta? What up? Y'all niggas be having some crazy ass names, man. You miss me, Monkey Magic? I know I ain't been seeing you. I ain't been seeing you lately. I ain't been seeing you lately on my live. Where you been at, Monkey Magic? You been in the goddamn zoo playing with the monkeys or some shit, man? What you been doing? What up to her Zeta? What up, Parson? Damn, my eyes burning, man. Shit. Greetings, player. Everything good, man. I hope everything good with y'all. I just hopped on here, man, uh to goddamn ramble like I always do, man. You know, if you be a fly on the wall, you might learn something. You might learn something. Watch is motivational. Yeah, man, this motherfucker costs 25 bands, man. 25 bands. I'll show you. It's a receipt right here. Let me see my address in this motherfucker. Y'all see treasures? Excuse my hands. I've been fucking with cards and shit. You see treasures? Shit. 25,000, man, for the watch, man. 25 grand. Yeah. 23 carats. So it's a all white steel pre-owned Oyster Rolex Roman dial set with approximately 23 carats of all natural diamonds. Man, I used to goddamn drive a 1987 Cutlass Supreme, man. Now I got a goddamn car on my wrist, man. It feel good though, man. I didn't really want to buy it. I mean, some of y'all who follow me, you know, I ain't really want to buy this motherfucker, man. But I feel weak. I feel weak to it, man. I went ahead and bought the joint. Man. But I'm a cheap ass nigga, man. I'm telling you, I ain't gonna say cheap. I ain't no cheap ass nigga, because if I got to spend some money on something, I will spend it. I don't care, you know. But I will say that I'm very frugal. I'm very wise when I put my money on something, you know. Like nigga, I didn't buy my first well, not my first personal, but I didn't buy my first I didn't buy my first pair of designer shoes until I was making over 100,000 a month. You know what I'm saying? I bought a pair of Christian Louis Vuitton shoes. I paid $1,200 for them. I was making well over 100,000, like 115,000 a month when I bought them Christian Louis Vuittons. Went back on the website and bought the black joints. You know what I'm saying? Making over 100,000 a month. I wasn't buying no clothes. I wasn't buying shit, nigga. The only thing I was buying when I started my business was cars. I was buying cars and giving my money to mechanics. You know what I'm saying? But no, I wasn't buying cars. I wasn't giving all my money to mechanics. But when I first started my business, hell yeah, nigga. Like Toyota was getting my money left and right. But I learned how to save money. I got the right mechanics and shit like that, you know. But back to the point, man. Over 100,000. I bought my first pair of designer shoes. I bought my vet. I bought my vet when I was making over 100,000 a month. You know what I'm saying? Finance that joint. What else, man? I bought my Lamborghini Urus and I was making 150 a month. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a very frugal guy. Nigga, I don't be getting. Look what I got on, man. I ain't got on all that goddamn designer shit. I got it, but I don't be wearing that shit like that, man. I'm a working nigga, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. All right. I was thinking about you yesterday. You miss me, Monkey Magic? I started Amazon Flex and was busy. I gotta rely on side hustle. That's what you gotta do, Monkey Magic. Shit. I'm glad you changed your profile pic. You know what I'm saying? I see who you are now. But that's how I built my company. I did Amazon Flex. I done Uber Eats, DoorDash, Grubhub, Amazon Flex every single day for almost 2 years. And when I tell y'all almost 2 years, every single day, I am not lying. Like, I am not sitting up here. I ain't the type of nigga that will. I ain't the type of nigga that will sit up here and tell you nigga every single day for 2 years. I literally mean every single day. 365 days out of the year, I was doing food delivery. You know what I'm saying? Literally made 2,000 per week, 2,000 plus per week. Some weeks I only made like 1,800. You know, I might have took off early. Like I might have, cause my schedule was from like 6, 7 a.m. up until 2 p.m. But let's just say, man, sometimes it'll be a bad week or a bad day, and I would go home around like 1, and my schedule was like from 6 or 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. I would go home at like 1 because it would be so fucking dead out there. I was like, I'm not gonna stay out here and ain't no orders coming in. It's pointless. But then I would also get back out around 5 p.m. I would get back out around 4:30, be downtown at 5 and work all the way until 9 p.m. Sometimes I would work up until 12 a.m., 1 a.m. just to make my $300 because it was just so slow, you know. But majority of the time I would make 2,000 per week, sometimes 1,800, you know. But then I noticed that once I started buying more cars, my hours started to decrease. It would be weeks it'd be 1,500 a week, you know, 1,400 a week, because I would have to stop delivering food to go out here and fuck with these cars and shit like that. But yeah, keep doing what you're doing, man. I guarantee, like, you know, that Amazon Flex or whatever these apps can definitely, you know, they will definitely turn you up for real, for real. What up, Jimmy? All right, be careful. I ain't no air dust in this motherfucker. Nah, ain't no air dust in that jump, man. It's haters on here, G. I got something for them motherfuckers too, man. I got something for their ass too. I got military shit, man. For real, for real. If y'all ain't never heard of something called a saw, I ain't talking about a chopper. I'm talking about a saw, a M249, a goddamn SAW, a saw. It's called a squad automatic weapon. That motherfucker take out squads. So, hey, Google what a M249 is. All right. Hey, if a car is being financed and it's under your name, what are your thoughts on renting it out? You can rent it out. Yeah, if a car is being financed and it's under your name, what are your thoughts on renting it out? You can still rent it out. It's cool. I know plenty of people doing that. How was your rental business when you first started? Man, when I first started my car rental business, it was cool. I mean, like I started during the pandemic. You know, everybody had money during the pandemic. Especially these Uber drivers and Lyft drivers, they was out here getting to it. And I was not renting my cars out privately at first. I was using the app called Hire Car. And I also dibbled and dabbled on Turo for like 8 months. But I didn't like Turo, man. Turo was trash. Turo is a full-time job. You know what I'm saying? Like, I literally had to clean the car out for every single rental just to get it going for 3 days to a week. Not even a week, for 3 to 4 days for the weekend. Then get it back. It's trash, smoked in, drugs. I found more drugs in my cars from renting my cars out on Turo than I find in my cars when they're being returned now on private rentals. I found all kind of drugs from Turo renters, man. I found coke, crystal meth. Almost every other rental came back with weed inside the car. You know what I'm saying? So, and cars were getting fucked up on Turo. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't like that shit. And then having to go back and forth to the airport. It's a full-time job. I can't, like, I run my business now. I have over 100 cars. I got like 110 cars. And I'm the only person in the United States that runs my business. I don't have runners. You know what I'm saying? I have my system set up as to where I ain't gotta pay nobody to go up there and fucking do a pickup or do a drop off. I got systems for that shit. You know what I'm saying? No point. I got detailers and I have mechanics. You see what I'm saying? You can't do that shit on Turo. Like if you got 10 cars on Turo, you cannot have a full-time job. But I'm letting you know, like, look, nigga, I got 110 cars, and I'm still the only motherfucker in the States that's pretty much running my business, man. I got one, two, three, I think five, yeah, 5 VAs, you know. Systems, man. Systems will do it. Like I'm telling you, I'm a frugal ass nigga, man. I'm gonna figure out the only time I'm gonna hire somebody is if I need them. Like nigga, I gotta have it. You see what I'm saying? I don't need no runners, man. For what? Shit. All right. On Turo, you gotta have runners. If you're on Turo, you definitely. I'm a fucking mentor, and I do the goddamn car rentals. You know what I'm saying? I still ain't got no goddamn runners. But if you're on Turo, you're gonna have to have some runners, man. You cannot do it yourself at all. But back to the point, I was renting my cars out on Turo for 8 months. I said, "Fuck that! I'm finna cut all my cars off on Turo, and then I'm finna go ahead and put everything, like cut everything back on for." Well, I never did cut them off on hire car, but I was like, I'm going to deactivate my cars on Turo and just keep everything on hire car. I was cool with hire car, man, making my money. My car stayed going for weeks to months to years, you know. And I still be getting renters, man, that from years ago they be coming back to me, you know what I'm saying, and rent my cars and shit like that from hire car. But if there wasn't all the cleaning the cars out, all of the back and forth to the airport, that stopped. So. How was it when I first started out? It was cool, man. It's cool now. It's still cool now. Just more headaches. Pretty much it. Now I will tell you this, man. Like I tell everybody, when I first started my business, my first 2 years, I was not profitable at all. I was not profitable. Y'all probably wondering, like, man, you made a lot of money. Like, why were you not profitable? It's because I invested all my money back into my company. When I started making a lot of money, I never did change my lifestyle. I just reinvested everything back into my company. So when cars were breaking down, I was reinvesting my money back into getting them damn cars fixed. I was reinvesting my money into buying more cars. You know what I'm saying? I was on Facebook Marketplace every day looking for cars. I saved my own money up to get my own cars. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't doing joint ventures. I've only done one joint venture since I've been in business. I've been in business for almost 5 years now. You know what I'm saying? I don't fuck with joint ventures. I respect those who do it, because I commend you niggas who do joint ventures, because I can't fuck with it. I ain't got the patience. You know what I'm saying? I already got to deal with these renters, so I ain't got time to be fooling with somebody else shit, hearing their mouth. No, I ain't trying to hear it. So, yeah, but I was just reinvesting my money, all my money back into my company, you know. And after my second year, when I filed my taxes, my tax specialist said, "Philip, you ain't been profitable, nigga. You need to." She said, "Philip, you need to figure out some way to make your." Even though I was making thousands a week, thousands a week, thousands a month. My second year, I was making like. When I got mentorship, I was making like $28,000 a month. You know what I'm saying? But she said, "Philip, man, you're gonna have to figure out how you can make your business profitable, because if you don't, the IRS can come back and consider your business a hobby, and they can shut your business down." That kind of scared me. You know what I'm saying? It put fear in my heart, but she was just scaring the fuck out of me. His business out here at Amazon just now down there becoming profitable, you know. But that's when I paid for mentorship and I became profitable. How did I become profitable? I then started working on my own fucking cars and learning how to fix my cars my own self. That increased my profit margins. I learned how to run paid ads, which gave me more leads than I had cars, which made my business scale up a whole lot faster. I learned about rockauto.com. I learned about car-part.com. I learned about well, I didn't learn about I figured out rockauto.com my damn self from a mechanic. I learned about car-part.com. Um, I found out about creating a commercial account with O'Reilly's. You know what I'm saying? Creating commercial accounts with the dealers. You know what I'm saying? Going on online dealership stores, like going online and finding OEM dealerships, well, online dealerships that sell parts. Like you have online dealerships that sell OEM parts. It's the same. It's Toyota. It's the Toyota dealership, and they sell that shit online for cheap. If y'all have Toyotas, man, like y'all can go on New Car. Everybody put New Car spelled Nucar. Everyone put New Car in the chat. It's spelled Nucar. New Car. I don't know the fucking website right here. Let me find it for you. But if y'all ever get a head gasket that blows and y'all want to get a head gasket kit, you can go. I don't buy nothing but OEM parts for my cars. That's it. But I'm not buying the aftermarket shit. Toyotas do not like aftermarket parts. You know what I'm saying? So it's best for you to go with OEM. So you can go on Google and type in new car Toyota Norwood.com and buy your parts off of there, man. So that's for like the head gasket kit. That's the only thing I buy off of there is the head gasket kit. And then I buy like 4 or 5 head gasket kits, and then when a head gasket blow, well, I buy the head gasket kits, I buy the head bolts, and I buy the washers. That's pretty much all I buy off of there. I keep those parts in stock for when a head gasket blows. I get those parts to my mechanic. He fixes the head gasket. Everything good to go, man. All right. I've been doing Uber Eats for 5 years. That's what's up. I couldn't do it for 5 years now. That's what's up, though, man. But the hours decreased after I started Airbnb 2 years ago. Okay, I'm still doing it whenever I can. That's what's up. If the renter returns your car with broken windows and they don't pay it, would you send it to collections? No. Nah, I would not, man. I have renters every now and then they will return the car and the windshield will be cracked. Every now and then they'll call me and say, Philip, a rock flew up and cracked the windshield. Now remember, I am frugal. So I would tell them, look, man, how bad is it? How bad is the crack? They'll be like, oh, just a little crack. All right, cool, man. Just let me know if it spreads. That's what I tell them. Let me know if it spreads. If it starts spreading out, then contact us. And I won't tell them, but my VA to tell them that shit. And if it spreads, then we'll go ahead and get it replaced. Or if they make a big deal out of it by saying that, look, the windshield's cracked, it's going to reflect my ratings on Uber or Lyft or whatever. We'll go ahead and send my windshield guy out there to replace it. But they're not paying for it out of their own pocket. I'm not sending them to collections. A busted windshield is like Well, I don't know what kind of car you have. But a busted windshield, well, I ain't gonna say busted, but a cracked windshield. If you're buying these older model cars, your windshield should not be no more than $300 max. I'm paying $180 for a Prius windshield, put a brand new windshield. You know what I'm saying? Taking these niggas to court for $300, it's no point at all. So just if you want to, what you can do is charge your renters a security deposit. And then just tell them, look, the windshield cracked. Hey, it's coming out of your security deposit. That's what you can do. If you purchase the cars, do you have to get GPS trackers through a certain company, or can you get can it be any GPS trackers? You can go with any GPS tracker that you feel. Like I'm just going to advise you on what to get, but you can go with who you want to. You know what I'm saying? You can go with Gold Star by Spirion. You can go with Advantage, or you can go with InAuto Solutions. I use Gold Star and I use InAuto Solutions. If you want to go with Gold Star, cool. If you want to go with InAuto Solutions, then just Google InAuto Solutions and then ask to speak to a saleswoman. Ask for Heather and tell Heather I sent you, man, and she'll give you my discount. Just tell her you ain't gotta tell them. You ain't even gotta tell them nothing. But I want to speak to Heather, Heather. That's Hector Echo Alpha Tango Hector Echo Rico Heather. And all you gotta tell her is, look, man, Philip sent me over to you. Can you just can you give me the same trackers that he has? She'll say, okay, yes. How many trackers do you want? Tell her how many you need, and she'll have them shipped to you, and you will have them within 3 to 4 days on your doorstep. All right, how do you receive payments when you have runners? I don't even have runners, man. I don't have no, my BAs or they do everything for me, man. I don't meet my runners no more. Like, my BAs talk to them, and we get paid via Solar. I have a merchant account. I have a merchant account through Solar that's linked into Rent Centric, right? So when my renters come to the car, they go through the whole rental process with my VAs on the phone, and then they sign their rental agreement via email. They process their payment from a link sent to their email, and my VAs go over the pre-rental policy. They go over everything with them, and they on their way. If you want to know how to get them on the app, if you want to know how, like our whole process of, insurance and all that type of stuff, which is seamless. Like, our renters love it. You know what I'm saying? They love the process that we doing. Just DM 147, man. I got you. I was talking to a renter today because she came back to me today. Well, it was yesterday. She came back to me or whatever. Well, now what happened was she ended up coming back to me, but the car I put her in, she contacted us the other day and said, man, the darn something beeping. What it was low on brake fluid. So I had to swap her into a different car. I didn't know what was going on with it, but I figured out that it was low on brake fluid. So I swapped her into a different car. And then we told her to go to the company that we use now. We've been using it for a few weeks now. Well, we've been using it now for about a week now, something like that. You know what I'm saying? And I actually learned this method from my student, because I'm gonna tell you how I learned. I'm gonna tell you how I learned. I learned a lot from my students, man. I am not afraid to say that shit. So what happened was, if y'all been following me for a long time, y'all know I might be giving y'all too much game, but I learned this from my student. But she's a forward thinker, so she be trying shit out, and it worked for her. And then when I was on a coaching call, she said that, yeah, I just been doing this. I said, oh yeah. Yeah, it worked. I said, oh, okay, cool. So I ain't just a person just to jump and start doing shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, okay, cool. Let me just keep doing what I'm doing, and then I'm on. But then something happened, so I'm like, okay, this motherfucker's getting on my goddamn nerves. I'm speaking about my renters, what they were doing. So I changed it up and followed her method, my student's method, and it worked. It worked. Once it worked, I put it out there somewhere else in a different group and said that it worked. You know what I'm saying? And everybody started doing it. But she was talking about my renter was talking about, oh yeah, it just seems, I love how it is. You know what I'm saying? I might just keep on buying it every day because I need some kind of insurance. And she got sued. She got sued for her first rental about somebody. She didn't tell somebody shit up in a parking lot, and she got sued. So she was like, I might need to start using this insurance company. It's called Hugo. Just go through Hugo, man. But yeah. All right. I gotta go. Got Instacart offer to make $20. Cool. Take care. When it comes to your rental agreement, do you have your renters? And y'all probably, this niggas gave me the game. I gave you an integral part of the. I shouldn't be telling y'all, because y'all be fucking up shit, man. For real. Y'all be fucking up shit. All right. When it comes to your rental agreement, do you have your renters renew That's like with Allianz. Niggas fucked up Allianz. Rentalcover.com. Niggas fucked up rentalcover.com. Niggas fucked up Lula. Man, please don't mess up Hugo, man. Please don't. Or we'll be right back to the same dumb shit. All right, when it comes to your rental agreement, do you have your renters renew every 30 days? Or do you have your contracts to last longer? No. My renters process their payments every day. They sign their rental agreements every single day, man. Every single day. I'm gonna tell y'all who I learned about Hugo from. Deanna Burt. My student Deanna Burt, man. She's a forward thinker. She be trying shit. And that shit worked. I'm gonna tell y'all who I learned out. Don't talk about Hugo. I'm gonna tell y'all who I learned about when nobody talking about God damn Romley. I learned that from a student, man. My student Miles. This was damn near a year ago. Not even a year ago, probably about. This is a long time ago, man. It wasn't a year ago though, but he said, "Yeah, man. He learned about Romney from somebody else who was in the car rental business, renting cars out. He was actually slick mentoring her. Miles was slick mentoring her, and she didn't like the method that we were teaching about how to do certain things. So she was a forward thinker." And she was like, man, she got to find some other way to do it. And she found that insurance company, Romley. Miles told me about it. I was like, man, that sounds good. But like I told you, I am not the type person that just sit here and do some shit. I have to do my research, man. I have to do my research. So then, like I said, it came to a point, I was like, man, these renters are getting on my fucking nerves. I got to make a change. I made that change and it worked. And then my dumb ass started telling everybody else about the shit and not charging niggas. So you know what I'm saying? That's how the game got out there. Cause I would go on live and tell, yes, let's go to Romley, man. Romley cool. And I would tell other people, and then yeah. All right, cool. How do you deal with some passing tickets? DM147. People be telling me, man, quit getting out the game, nigga. But I don't be giving y'all that much though, man. For real. How do you deal with some pass and tickets? I just deal with them, man. Some get paid, some don't. They can send me they can send me to a collection. I want them to send me to a collection agency. I'm not paying the shit. But when it comes to SunPass, man, just DM147, I'll teach you about how to bypass that. That's fairly easy. When you have state tickets, that's fairly easy too, man. But what really is difficult, the reason why I said I hope they send me to a collection, I hope they send my company to a collection agency, is because when you're dealing with private companies such as these parking lots and stuff like that be where your renters will go inside of parking lots and not pay the shit, and then you will all of a sudden get a letter in the mail stating that they owe $16 that just turned into $40, and you getting all these darn letters. The private company is not going to fool with you. They don't want to talk to you. Like if anybody is telling you that you can just send them over certain documents and then they're going to say, okay, cool, well, we're going to transfer it to the renter, they're not fucking with you at all. They're going to tell you, well, the vehicle is in your name, the vehicle is registered to your LLC, you're responsible. The only way to get past that is if they eventually send you to a collection agency, and now you can do business. Now you can conduct business the correct way. These private, it's like if you have a company and You just sitting up for racking up free money. You know what I'm saying? If your renters owe you money, you're gonna tell them, nah, I'm not I'm not taking nothing off. You know what I'm saying? But when you sell the company over to a third party collection agency, that's when they can, if you know what I'm talking about. All right. With that crack, they report possibly Pierce Graves? No. Let me think about what you just said. With that crack, they report possibly Pierce Graves? No. Let's just say this. That's why I stated to have them tell you if it spreads. If it spreads, usually, man, usually, possibly it possibly could pierce that. Let's just say if it's a crack, right? But it's not spreading, and they get hit with another chip. It's cool. But let's just say if it spreads, if it just all of a sudden spreads and the window caves in, and then they wreck. Unfortunately, no, you are not protected under the Graves Amendment because you knowingly still rent that car out with the crack spreading, and all of a sudden the windshield caved in while it was on the interstate, and it's over with for you. Yeah. But you just gotta know, like, if it's like a little niche, a little like a rock chip, I'm not fixing that shit, man. If it's a crack and it's like that long or whatever in the corner, I'm not fixing that shit. You know what I'm saying? But if they complain about it, I will fix it. All right. Is it spelt in, like to go in Auto Solutions? What's the difference between Gold Star and InAuto Solutions, fam? So Gold Star is more of like a basic. It's more of like a basic GPS tracker. Very basic. It tells you where the nigga at. It can also tell you how many miles they driven within like a certain time, like within like a month or whatever. Or it's shit basic as hell. You know what I'm saying? I don't even really use Gold Star like that. My main one is InAuto Solutions. So I get my kill switches with InAuto Solutions. InAuto Solutions will tell you how many miles that person is driven per day. Like I can look at my GPS tracker for InAuto Solutions, and I can see this person drove 29 miles a day. The next day, this person drove 300 miles. The next day, this person drove 250 miles. So when a renter is talking crazy, talking about, oh, ain't no money out there, or they talking about I don't have the money, I can just go in there. I can go into InAuto Solutions and see that this person has not really been working. That's why they ain't got no money. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I use InAuto Solutions for. I also think that InAuto Solutions is more dependable than Gold Star. But I still advise you to get Gold Star though, man. It's a simple GPS tracker that you can get, you know, and you cool. What I like about InAuto Solutions, like I told you, man, you can go in there and see how many miles they driven every single day. Every single day, man. And I get my kill switches with InAuto too. With all the cars you have now, are you busy dealing with drivers all day? Nah. Not at all, man. Shit, I don't even be talking to my renters like that. The only time I talk to my renters is if they call about a check engine light. And I'm calling them, asking them, like, can you tell me, like, what is the car doing? Like, or they call and say something about a suspension issue. I would call them like, what do you hear? What do you feel is it something like when you going 75 miles per hour? Can you tell me what you like? If you're going 75 miles per hour and you hit the brakes, can you tell me what it's doing? Oh, it's kind of like that might say, yeah, my car is shaking. So I'm like, okay, cool. And well, they might contact my assistant and say, man, the car is shaking. And then my assistant will send me a message and let me know that this renter said that the car is acting funny, the car is shaking. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'll call my renter up and like, I'm trying to get an understanding of what's going on so I can know what to fix. So I will call him and ask him like, look, Is it doing it when you're going like 75 miles per hour and then you might be on the interstate and then when you hit the brake pedal, it shakes? And they say, yeah, I already know what it is. It's the rotors. The rotors award. Then I would send them to my mechanic. So I'm basically trying to figure out, you know, what's going on. That's when I talk to my renters. I also talk to my renters when they owe me money. I really don't like talking to my renters when they owe me money because I am not the most professional nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm very thorough and straight to the point, and I don't want to hear shit that you got to say when you ain't got the money. Seriously. You know, because I mean, I've done this business. I know how much money can be made in a very short period in a very short time when you're working these apps. So I ain't trying to hear the shit, you know. And if I gotta call them, there ain't no such thing as an excuse. But my VAs are more professional than me. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I be doing, man. I don't be dealing with my renters. Majority of my renters is cool. Majority of them pay. If they pay late, they get the pay back off. But I got about a good 5 motherfuckers. They just can't get it right, man. I had one renter tell me I can't tell that story, man. I can't tell that story. He has something happen in his life, and I didn't give a fuck. And I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? You either got the money or goddamn it, hey, get the hell on. Shit. I'm also tell you all this, man. Y'all probably thinking like I'm cold-hearted when it comes to shit. You gotta be in business. Period. Point blank. This is not a friendship. You do not want to be friends with your renters. You want to keep everything business. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to call you don't want to say what's up, bro, what's up, sis. You don't want to talk to them like that, like they're your friend. I've had the same renter that is always late. I'm telling you all about that. He had something that happened in his life. You know what I'm saying? That I don't even know what to believe this shit. I don't fucking know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but I am not a family member. I am not a friend. I am a person who's providing you a service. Period. Point blank. You know, he's been renting with me for a very long time. On and off. Over a year, you know what I'm saying? But he's a type person, and you will experience where some renters will if I could literally be friendly with my renters, I would be friendly with them. Like, hey, what's up, bro? You know what I'm saying? But you can't do that in business because it's not gonna work. It's not going to work out well for you. They're gonna take complete advantage of you. Complete advantage. But back to the point, this particular renter and some other renters be trying it with me. I never let them get comfortable with even being around me like that. You know what I'm saying? But when I walk up to my renter, I always have my hand out. You know, how you doing? It ain't no dapping. It ain't no, you know, no handshake, that funny handshake or whatever. No, it ain't none of that shit. This dude literally tried to grab my hand and then do the man, if you don't get your motherfucking ass on somewhere. You know what I'm saying? He tried to do that shit. I can't. You are not to do that shit with your renters, man. They will take complete advantage of you. If you want to, you can shake their hand and talk to them in a respectful way with authority every single time. They should damn near think that you their father or their mother. Well, I ain't gonna say that. You know what I'm saying? An authority figure every single time. Because if you don't, they're gonna excuse you. They're going to excuse you to death. They're gonna be lying about things going on in their life. You're gonna be the last person to get paid while they out there fucking the money off. Guaranteed. But guess what? In their mind, you're their friend. Now what's the saying? You should never do business with friends and family. Now you got a nigga who paying you who thinks that you're their friend. It's the same thing, man. That's why I tell you don't do it. All right, I learned that quick, man. Quick as hell. Like I said, if I could, man, I would be friendly with my renters, but ain't no way. It's gonna mess. It's going to mess with my money, you know. And I don't like niggas fuck with my money for real. All right, rental cover ain't working no more. How they mess it up? Filing claims left and right, man. Filing claims left and right on rentalcover.com. I told people, man, don't be filing claims, man. I mean, it's used to be filing. How can I say? They're filing claims left and right, and rental cover got they caught on to it, and they kind of caught on to what we was what other not what I was doing. I ain't never used the shit, but they just figured out, man, that people are going. There's another route that people are doing this, and they was like, nah, we finna cut that. We finna take it completely off the website. That's what Allianz done. But rental cover just made it more difficult for you to get paid out. And then they found out we have a bunch of these 2010s, 2011s, 2013s, 2014s on our website being insured, and we're paying out for these pieces of shits. We're gonna change our policy now. You know what I'm saying? So now they're just making things more stricter. They want newer model cars on there, man. And people, like I said, they figured out what we were doing. You know, I can't go too deep into it, but they figured it out. Do you have any students that have done very well pretty quickly, scaling fast and finding success quick? Most definitely, man. Like my first mentee, man. I forgot his name. My first mentee, man. He paid for the first thing he done was he paid me for a coaching call. At that point in time, when he paid me for a coaching call, I think he had like five or six cars, but he didn't have the cars rented out at all. At all. He was just like he was like me. He was like me. Before he put the carriage before the horse, he wanted to know the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Like doing his research, not just jumping off a cliff and trying to build a parachute on the way down. He didn't want to do that. I respect that. So he paid me for a coaching call on insurance, right? I gave him the game on insurance. It wasn't enough. Insurance is not everything. That's just teaching you how to protect your cars while they're on rental, right? So after he paid for the insurance, the coaching costs, and he's actually the person that made me change my coaching call price, because he was like, man, I don't want an hour. Well, he said, I don't want a 30-minute coaching call with you. He said, man, I want like an hour and a half. So he paid me, I forgot how much he paid me for like an hour and a half, 2 hours coaching call. And then I was like, shit, man, I might as well change this shit. And I reduced the hours and reduced the what he paid. But anyway, we was on a coaching call for like an hour and a half, going over insurance, going over systems and all kind of shit, right? But he knew that, look, man, I still need him like to kind of guide me on this. Like, I want to make sure everything is right. And then he ended up joining my mentorship. At that point in time, my mentorship was only $997 a month. Now it's $2,500 a month. You see what I'm saying? Y'all niggas better get in that shit as soon as possible, as soon as y'all can, because I'm telling you, I don't be giving a fuck about the price. I know my value. You know what I'm saying? But I might not know everything, but I guarantee you, nigga, if you wanna learn the ins and outs of this goddamn private car rentals, man, and scale fast, and need somebody to hold your hand and guide you step by step, hey. But he started with 5 cars with the coaching call. After the coaching call, he joined my mentorship for only 1 month. He only joined for only 1 month, and then he thought he knew everything. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what he's doing now, but he went from making nothing. Mind you, I told you that he wasn't renting his cars out. He went from making nothing to making $25,000. I think $20 or $25,000 within like 2.5 months. 2.5 months. Now he did buy more cars, you know what I'm saying? He bought more cars, but he had experience in business. He had his own he does have his own business in Texas. You see what I'm saying? So he was able to use the capital from that business to go buy more cars. We set up his operations, set everything up. Dude went from nothing to $25,000 in 2.5 months. He said 2 months, I said, man, 2 months, that's quick. He said, yeah, I think about 2 to 3 months. So I'm gonna say 2.5 months. So that's how fast that he scaled. When you learn the game, you will figure out that this game is really about just buying more cars. That's really what it's about, man. Do you charge a deposit? No. All right. You ever tried one-step GPS? No, I haven't. But yeah, man. To go back to your question though, do you have any students that are skilled? Yeah, that's one student. I have my other student. I have my other student Jesse. He joined my one-on-one mentorship back in November. You know what I'm saying? November 2025. He hit 25,000. Now he hit not 25. He hit 20,000. I think like 2 months ago. You know what I'm saying? 2 months ago, from nothing in November. He thought he knew it all in November. You know what I'm saying? He joined my one-on-one mentorship. Now a couple of months ago, he hit 20,000. That quick. No JVs. All his cars. He bought his cars. How did he do it that quick? Man, gig work. Doing like I think he was doing DoorDash, shit like that. 20,000 off the car rentals. You know what I'm saying? So the knowledge is there. I invest my time. If you hit me up, or you know what I'm saying, be active within my one-on-one mentorship. You know, but I got a mentee, Noel. Noel joined me. He joined my one-on-one mentorship. He was on Turo. I like it when y'all stop dropping off because that really shows me who's serious. You know what I'm saying? So Noel joined my mentorship almost a year ago, right? And he was on Turo for 3 years. But he didn't have the insurance. He didn't know how to rent his cars out privately on insurance. And then he also had a stumbling block with the tickets and tolls in New York. New York is just crazy, man. They charge you for everything. So he ended up joining my one-on-one mentorship, man. We got everything in place. You know, he went from making, I forgot how much he said he was making when he first, but it went nowhere near how much he's making now. He was probably making between 15, 20,000 a month at that point in time when he first joined my mentorship. Now, a month and a half ago, he hit 75,000. His first month hitting 75 racks out the gate, nigga. You know what I'm saying? No JVs. All his cars. He got all the money, you know what I'm saying? Who else, man? I got my student Deanna. She's only in my community. You know, she's been in my community for 3 or 4 months. She hitting, I think, 14, 15,000 a month. You know what I'm saying? She just quit her job. I just got off the phone with her, off a coaching call with her, man. She upgraded into my tier 1 one-on-one mentorship, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm training her. We have trained her VA. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get everything else situated with some of these cars that she having issues with. You know, but she hitting for, I think, 15 racks a month, you know? Yeah, man. I'm about results, you know what I'm saying? For real, for real. All right. I know with some other people, they don't be telling me shit. Like I don't even be asking my students how much they be making, man. Like I don't ask them. I know some people are very private. You know, I totally respect their privacy, but I know some niggas in my community that's, you know, they up there. You know, I know it's some of y'all who probably follow me and y'all done made some racks for free, and that's great. All right. For kill switch and GPS, all right. Is the location more accurate than Gold Star? Yes. Yeah, but I won't even go to Gold Star first. I will not even, ain't no way. I would not go to Gold Star's my backup. If I gotta go repossess a car, I'm going straight to InAuto Solutions. There's been so many times where I've had to do repossessions and Gold Star said the car was right here and the damn car was across the city. You know what I'm saying? So no, I don't use Gold Star for that, man. It's just a backup. If I'm just like, man, okay, they done. Nah. InAuto solution is pretty much on point every single time, but there have been a couple times where InAuto has been off, and then Gold Star said the car was right here. InAuto said the car was right here, you know. But how can I say it? InAuto solution is pretty much on point every time. There have been a couple times where it's been mislocating cars, but not as much as Gold Star. Gold Star, nigga, you better not use Gold Star and try to go do a repossession. Sometimes, nigga, that motherfucker, you might go in Gold Star. That bitch pull up. That car was, it might be 9 p.m. That motherfucker say 2:30 p.m. You know what I'm saying? You trying to goddamn refresh it, and it's not refreshing. It's not refreshing at all. You can't even locate your car. You know what I'm saying? It's over with. But yeah. This shit takes away your emotions because of the lies. It really does, man. If you're talking about how these renters are, you know, like, man, yeah, it takes away your emotions, just like you said, man. It just is what it is. It just is what it is. Phil, do most renters trip when you ask them to do a background check, and if they refuse, do you rent to them? All right, so if a renter refuses to do a background check, we're not renting to them. Most of the time, they're not going to refuse to do one. If they refuse to do one, they're just going to ghost you. They're not going to answer the message no more. They're just going to fall off. But that's pretty much how I do it. If I see that, well, if my BA see that, they already know this nigga don't want to get no background check ran. The nigga probably don't even work for no apps. He probably just need a car to go commit a crime in. You know what I'm saying? For real. If you're not running background checks in your renters, if you are renting to people who say they don't want to do a background check, refuse to do it, and you still renting them, you're probably renting to a criminal. Your car is probably going to end up in the impound. Probably going to end up in the impound. They probably going to go commit a crime in your car, for real. I got a student, man. Who this happened 2 years ago. He was somebody posted his car into a group in a Facebook group in Nashville called Nashville Shoppers, East Nashville Shoppers, or something like that, right? And he was just getting a bunch of, like, he figured out that, well, he found out that his car kept on getting impounded. He was like, man, my car keep on getting impounded, and every time I get my car out the impound, not every time, but he said a few times, he would see Michael Kors purses and just stolen bags of stolen shit in his car. And we hopped on a community call. This is when I first became a mentor. We hopped on a call, and I said, man, are you asking people for screenshots of the app that they work for? He said, oh, no, I'm not asking that. I said, oh, for real? I said, man, just add, change your screening process up and start asking for your renter to send you a screenshot of the app that they work for with their first and last name on there. If they don't send it to you, don't rent to them. He started doing it, and guess what? The impounds don't happen no more. You know what I'm saying? If you run the background checks and you start seeing stuff like fraud, don't rent to them. If you see crystal meth, don't rent to them. Manufacturing, all that type of stuff, don't rent to them, man. Like I told you, like, I don't care if they committed fraud in 1974. I am not renting to them. It's a mindset with these people, man. People who commit fraud, they have a mindset that I don't think they can either. It's so easy for them to commit fraud because they know they can get away with it. So if they owe you money, they can rent your car for 2 weeks and then just go back and file a bunch of chargebacks called friendly fraud to your rental car agency. Now they done rented your car, filed all these damn chargebacks. You know what I'm saying? Probably tow your car up, and now you rented your car for free for however long, and your car tow up. It's not worth it. The crystal meth heads, man, they gonna tear your car up. They gonna steal your car. They gonna crash it. Just don't rent to them, man. But Always run a background check on every single renter. Every single time. If they refuse, don't rent to them. How many cars you need to make 10K? 5 cars. You need a minimum of 5 cars to make 10K. If you're not making 10K with 5 cars, man, I don't know what you're doing. For real. Because if you use my method, you should be making over 10K with 5 cars. Guaranteed. The way I teach, man, you should be making, if you got 5 cars, you should be making about 11,000 a month. For real. You should be making 11,000 a month. My students will tell you, man, that method that I came up with is cold, man. It's cold, for real, cold blooded, and these renters be eating it up. All right. At how many cars should you need a VA? Minimum. All right, I'll get back to you, Alicia. But let me go ahead and answer that. This is gonna be a detailed answer. Is the location more accurate? The InAuto Solutions location is way more accurate than Gold Star. It's been so many times as to where I use Gold Star, because I used to use Gold Star as my main one. I would always go to and do the repos with, but it started glitching. Like I would be wasting time trying to go find a car with Gold Star, and the car would not be right there. I'm like, man, where the fuck is this car at? And then it will also say, like, let's just say if I'm out there at 9 p.m. or 2 in the morning, and I'm trying to refresh the Gold Star tracker, and the Gold Star tracker say two something. It's even been times where the time was accurate. Gold Star, like if I'm out there at 9, the Gold Star says 9. The Gold Star says the car is right here, and it's not even there. So that's when I just said, okay, cool. Gold Star is going to be my backup. I'm going to just use InAuto Solutions for when I'm trying to do anything. If InAuto ain't working, then I will revert back to my secondary, which is Gold Star. All right. All right. How many cars should you need a VA for? It really depends. If you have a full-time job, I'm going to tell you this, man. Some people can't afford a VA. You know, a VA is very cheap. And I take heed to everybody's situation. Some people can't afford to pay a VA $4 per hour. If you're supposed to pay, you should pay your executive VA a minimum of starting out $4 per hour. Some people can't afford to pay a nigga $4 an hour. What my calculator out at? Some people just can't afford it, and I totally understand. I couldn't afford it. You know what I'm saying? So 4 times 8. It is $32 a day. That's gas. You know what I'm saying? But some people don't want to put $32 worth of gas in their car every single day. You know what I'm saying? So 32 times 5. That's 160 a week times 4. That's $640 a month. So you're paying your VA $640 a month. Some people, yeah, you might think $4, but when you add it up, $640 a month, that adds up. Some people can't afford that extra $640 bill a month. You know what I'm saying? I understand and respect it. But also, some people have a full-time job. I still think that even with a full-time job, I got students who still run their business with a full-time job by themselves with 5 cars. Now, I do think that when you get 5 cars, you need a VA. When you get 5 cars, you should be making $10,000 a month. You guarantee you should be making $10,000 a month, unless you charging way less. And if you charging less, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So 5 cars, you should have a VA. Everybody put 1 in the chat if that makes sense. Shit, $640 a month, nigga. That's a ticket. That's a bill, nigga. That's higher than what is that? That's high. Shit. I pay right now, my executive assistant makes, I can't tell y'all what she make, nigga. She make a bag of fucking well over 640. Yeah. But she's worth it, man. She's worth it. She's worth every penny. All right. She basically runs all my VAs from my business though. But Gold Star, not that Gold Star is good, man. It's good, but it glitches. It glitches, man. It glitches. Have you ever had a crazy situation with a renter crashing out over you kill switching the car with the kill switch? Yeah. Has it been just a crazy crash out? No. No. The craziest situation I've been through with me kill switching the car is it's been multiple situations with me doing it. A couple of them is like one time this girl I cut the car off at the gas station. She had her child, her baby in the car. She stole my darn key, and I sent my tow truck out to go get the car. She was cussing me out. Well, she wasn't cussing me out, but she was disrespectful by stealing my key. You know what I'm saying? She was talking about I just need to get home so I can get the money, and you got me out here stuck, and I got my baby with me and this and that. She blaming me for what she doing. And she was supposed to been process of payment. She was supposed to been go home and get the money or whatever. It's always, they come up with the most dumbest shit. You know what I'm saying? To why they ain't got the money. And then they want to blame you for shit they doing. That was one instance, man. The other instance is I kill switched the car and I actually pulled up on a girl. She was at McDonald's. And I was going to get my key, man, because sometimes these renters, they would steal your key, you know. And I walked up to her and tried to get my key, and she gave me the key and everything, but she was going off on me talking about, you gonna leave me and my baby out here? I ain't got nowhere to go. She was in Nashville, and she lived all the way in Clarksville. Clarksville was like an hour away from Nashville, right? But she wasn't paying. So what I done was I said, man, I'm not going to Clarksville to get my car. I'm not driving an hour. So what I ended up doing is I told her, look, cause she wanted to work in Clarksville. I told her, ain't no money in Clarksville. You're gonna struggle in Clarksville. So what you need to do is you need to come to Nashville and work, because this Nashville is where the money is. So she brought her ass to Nashville with her child. I said, look, man, you got to pay this amount of money by this time. That time came. She went answering the phone. So I said, okay, cool. I'm gonna kill for this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? She was at McDonald's, and the car wasn't cut on, man. I don't even think she even knew the car wasn't cut on. I don't know what I think she was actually in there getting an order. So I pulled up in a Rolls Royce Wraith. Got out there, motherfucker, walked into McDonald's, man, got my key, and she was going off on me talking about, she was a hood chick, man. She was going off on me talking crazy. You gonna leave my child out here, this and that? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get you your money, this and that. I said, man, look, that has nothing to do with me. And like some of y'all have heard the story about, you know what I'm saying, the child basically walked up to me and grabbed my leg, like hugged my leg and said, Daddy. I was like, that was, it wasn't weird. It was weird, and it was sad. You know what I'm saying? And I hope y'all understand why I say it was weird and it was sad, because to have your daughter calling everybody daddy, you know what I'm saying? That's the sad part. And that's the weird part as well. It's not weird for a child to walk up and hug, you know what I'm saying, somebody's leg. No, that's not weird at all. It's weird and sad for that shit to be going on, for a child to walk up and hug a random nigga leg and say daddy. That's the weird and sad part. Don't get it fucked up, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that shit was sad. But what I actually ended up doing, man, I ended up cutting the car back on. Well, I didn't cut the car back on right then. I drove off. I got the key and I drove off and said, look, man, because she said she was going to call somebody to get the money. So I left her and her daughter up there at McDonald's with the car. But I had the key because she said she was going to call somebody. So she called somebody and she got the money. So when she got the money, I drove back up there, gave her the key. I got my bread. She got the car back. She was on her way. She processed one more payment, and that was it. And goddamn it, she was out the car, man. We had to go ahead and ask for her to return the car. She ended up returning the car back to my pickup location. And hey, she still owe me money to this day, man. So as far as like real crazy situations, I ain't really had no off the kill switches, no. Or maybe I ain't. Well, maybe I don't remember them. What else? I did one time kill switch a dude, man. Like kill switch this dude car. I kill switched the car. He was at the gas station. You know what I'm saying? I pulled up on his ass, man. And oh yeah, it's another situation. I got a couple more. I kill switched the car. I pulled up on dude at the gas station, man. And he didn't want to get out the car. I said, man, you're not paying for the car. I need my key back. You know, we gonna go ahead and call a tow truck to come get this junk, man. He was like, man, I'm not getting out this car. I'm not getting out the car. I'm gonna pay you. I said, well, we'll process your payment. He said he ain't got the money. I said, I will give you my key. So, dude tried to. You got some people, man, like they are so happy. They like they like they like to shit. Said they gonna sue you. You know what I'm saying? And then dude, what he done was he tried to provoke me into knocking this motherfucking ass out in the goddamn parking lot, but I didn't do it, man. You know what I'm saying? So dude, basically what he done was he got in my face and was just cussing me out and shit like that, right? And then I said, man, if you don't get the fuck out of my face, man. And he said, are you threatening me, saying you gonna punch me? I said, man, I ain't threatening you. I'm just telling you, man, if you don't get the fuck out of my face, you know what I'm saying? And then I said, fuck it. Remember, call the police. So I kind of backed up off of him, called the police, you know what I'm saying? Because he was already up on me. So I called the police, and then he called this motherfucking ass. Then, oh, yeah, I'm finna sue you. I got you on. He was talking about, I'm finna sue you, man. I got you on recording. They ain't recording shit. So I called the police, man. The police came up there. He gave me my key. Done, over with. What else, man? And I don't advise for you all to be putting up on people, man. Like I don't even do it no more. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even want to talk to these renters for real. So if you're gonna go get your car, man, go get your car in the middle of the night. Now I will cut the motherfucker off and leave that bitch right there and tell my tow truck driver, man, go get that motherfucker out the gas station. And I will call the gas station attendant like, hey, that's my car right there, man. I told the renters to leave the key in the cup holder. The car done broke down. Can you can you move that car over to the parking spot and get it out the gas pump so my tow truck to come get it? You know what I'm saying? I be doing shit like that. But I don't advise for you to. Like if some of y'all take this game to heart, you know, because these renters will play you, man. Like they want you to snap on them. I don't advise for you to be repossessing cars in front of your renters, man, because they will try you on purpose. You know, it's another thing that happened, man. What else? But usually when I kill switch the car, man, they just stop answering the phone, and they know it's kill switch. It's done and over with, man. They'll leave the key. They will either steal the key or leave the key in the cup holder. 7 times out of 10, they gonna steal the key. You ain't gonna get your key back. It's over with. That's why you need to get one of these, man. It's called a AUTEL. Everybody put AUTEL in the chat. It's spelled AUTEL. I'm telling you, nigga, you're gonna be losing a lot of keys when you're doing repossessions. You know, they not gonna meet up with you to get. They not gonna. Every now and then, somebody might meet up with you to get their personal belongings or some shit like that. Nigga, they not gonna meet up with you though. Every now and then, you might find somebody, but if you get one of these AUTELs, spelled AUTEL, AUTEL KM100. AUTEL KM100. Everybody put that in the chat. If you get one of these little motherfuckers right here, man, and you go on eBay.com and find you an aftermarket key. Now, how do you find the right key? Because you got to make sure that you get the right key, because it ain't going to program to this thing if you ain't got the right key. What you want to do is, appreciate you. What you want to do is you want to match, like, on the back of your key fob or on your motherboard of your key. I'm also tell y'all this. Y'all see this right here? So I keep my things, I keep everything organized, man. So you see right here, this, I label every single one of my keys. So this car right here actually got totaled out. But this is a white. I put the color of the car. I put the year 2011, and I put 244. Number 244 is actually the the vehicle number that we number every single vehicle, right? So back to the point. It's a little organization for you. But back to the point, as you see right here, it says, it has some wording right here, right? So you want to look at something called, you want to find something called the FCC code. You want to find something called the FCC code. You want to find the FCC code, and you want to go on eBay and put that FCC code in for your car, buy the keys. It could be anywhere between $25. It could be, if you got a newer model car, it might be $75 per key. And then you want to always remember to have a second key. Give your renter a key, and you keep a secondary key. So when you have to, if and when you have to repossess your car, you can go get it. And if they steal the key, you got that key, or the original key. And you can use that key to program your aftermarket key with this right here. And that's going to save you literally thousands of dollars. The reason why I bought one of these wasn't because of the repossessions or keys getting stolen. It was because I was buying cars from Facebook Marketplace, and the cars were coming with one key. And I would always have to pay a locksmith to come and program a key. And I would have to pay him like $250, $300, sometimes $350 to program a key. That was eating into my profits. So I was like, man, what can I do to save money? So I went ahead and bought not one of these, but I got the TechStream software that Toyota uses to program my own keys, man. Hope y'all got some game with that. All right. Maybe needing a police officer for a civil standby. Yeah, I figured out. Like I said, I don't pull up on renters no more like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just cut the car off. If they call my business line, then my assistant will tell them, yes, you haven't processed the payment. In order for us to reactivate the car, you will need to process the payment, and then we will cut the car back on. I'm telling you this though, man. Like, from my experience, 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna get back to your point, but 9 times out of 10, when you gotta cut that car off and you gotta cut it back on, they process their payment. I wouldn't say 9, about 7 times out of 10, that rental is gonna be almost ended. They might process their payment, but I give it about a week, and that rental's gonna end. But if they don't call us back when they notice that the car is not running, then I just go out there and get it myself, or it's in a tow truck. When I was pulling up on niggas, and I saw that niggas when I was pulling up on people or renters, and I saw that they were aggressive, I'm immediately calling the police. Immediately, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, they calm down then. Every time. It works like a charm. I don't know what it is, man, but when you just goddamn call 911 and you put it on speakerphone and they hear that dispatcher, nigga, all the nigga shit is out the window. You know what I'm saying? Every time. But this other instance of what I told y'all about when I put up on somebody. This is probably the worst time. This is probably one of the worst instances that occurred when I put up on this white guy. And when I went back and looked at his record, he had crystal meth. I don't know how he got through the pipeline to even get to the car. He was a previous renter though, you know what I'm saying? And he done good that time. But I did notice that he had payment issues. But that rental ended fine. He paid his balance off. But I think that he probably ended up, I don't even know how he got in that time, but he got through. Maybe one of my new VAs didn't know about the crystal meth. Is automatic a denial, and he got through. That's probably what happened. And he did all right that time, but then he came back, and then he was back on the dumb shit, like tough. He lasted probably a week in my car, and then I had to go. I kill switched the vehicle. When I kill switched it, I thought it was off because it was in a Staples parking lot. Off of, if y'all familiar with Nashville, if y'all from Nashville, the Staples off of 100 Oaks. You know what I'm saying? So I pulled up and I parked my vet. Right. I basically blocked them in. And let me tell y'all this, man. If y'all do what I don't tell, if y'all ever do what I'm telling y'all not to do, never block anybody in when you're doing that type of repossession, because I could have went to jail for kidnapping. You know what I'm saying? It's called I think it's called kidnapping or some shit. It's some kidnapping, or it's something similar to kidnapping. You know what I'm saying? Because he wasn't able to get out of the parking lot. So when I blocked him in my Corvette, and I asked dude for my key kindly, I think he was on drugs. The reason why I know he was on drugs, because I eventually found a pack of Narcan. What's it called? Narcan in the glove compartment. So I'm like, man, this shit had to come from him. And what dude done was, man, he backed up on a damn curb and then tried to damn near run me the fuck over, and told me to get the fuck out the way. You know what I'm saying? Like he was out of his mind, man. So I said, man, look, man, hold on. So I backed my vet up, and then he peeled off. Long story short, man, we went on like a 35-mile chase, a 35-mile-per-hour chase. Dude driving the speed limit, and I'm behind him, which is great. I'm glad he wasn't trying to drive crazy. But I just stopped following him. The police told me, I'm on the phone with the dispatcher. The police like, look, man, stop following dude. You know what I'm saying? Just park and meet up with a police officer. I'm telling the police officer what happened. They don't give a damn. They like, how did it go? This shit happened like a month ago. The police officer pulled up. I told the police officer what occurred. And they basically said, it's under a rental agreement, nigga. Ain't nothing you can do about it. 72 hours. I said, all right, understood. But they did say, do you want to file charges on what he done? As far as like, I forgot what they said that what he done, that it was actually a charge. So they were gonna charge him. And I said, hell yeah, fuck you talking about? I ain't Gucci, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck what I did in my past, nigga. I'm a civilian now. I don't give a fuck, man. So, the very next day, a detective called me, right? And then the detective stated, look, what he stated? Do you want to press charges on the renter? I said yes. He said, well, let me tell you this. They told me that you had blocked him in. That's a form of kidnapping. And he said that if I was a police officer, I would have filed charges on you for kidnapping. He told me that shit. I'm like, damn, nigga. So he was like, do you want to file a charge? I'm like, this nigga over here on the dumb shit, man. So I said, nah, man, let's go ahead and drop the charges. I already see the type of shit you on. You know what I'm saying? We finna go ahead and just fuck it. I ain't got time to be going to jail, man. You know what I'm saying? Fucking with you on this dumb ass shit. So that's one of them. I got another one for you. This other white dude, man. I kill switched the car on his ass. This nigga told me he was finna go home. And process his payment. It was this white dude. I don't know why, but I be having some bad situations with white people, man. These rentals, man. I don't know why, but it just is what it is. So, long story short, I'm gonna get to this. Dude had already cussed my VA out. Like he cussed my VA out, talking crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? And then what happened was, I'm gonna tell you the whole story. one of my hybrid batteries was going out, but the car was still driving perfectly fine. Still driving perfectly fine. But he made it. He brought it up like, look, man, my renters cannot. But he didn't. He wasn't talking to me like that. He was talking to me like I'm a nigga with the ER. You know what I'm saying? But just talking crazy like a psychotic type shit. But I noticed that dude was off when he first came to me trying to rent the car, because I listen to people's stories. You know what I'm saying? And he was telling me like, yeah, man, I'm going through a divorce and this and that, and shit is just bad. I'm like, okay, cool. I didn't think too much of it about him going through a divorce. Now I see why his wife was divorcing this crazy ass, and you're gonna see why too. So, the hybrid battery had went out on the hybrid battery was going bad on one of my cars. So he made a big deal out of that. White people tend to make a big deal out of small situations. It just is what it is. I'm telling you the truth. It is what it is. And older black women, y'all do the same motherfucking thing. Y'all make a big deal. Y'all over exaggerate small shit. You know what I'm saying? You got to be patient to deal with you motherfuckers too. So, I told him, look, so he was cussing my VA out. I got on the phone with him to calm him down. Like, look, man, what are you talking about? Like, look, we can swap you into a different car, you know. But first of all, I don't need for you to be cussing my VAs out, because they're being extremely professional and nice to you. And he was cussing me out and shit like crazy. So I said, okay, cool, man, just return the car. So me and my detailer were in the parking lot. My detailer was cleaning cars out, right? I'm out there doing. I was actually doing a rental. And I'm out there doing a rental for one of my renters. He pull up. My detailer and his wife, she pregnant. They out there. Well, I don't think my detailer was there. His wife was there helping him out. He left and did something else. And he was on the way back. This nigga, I'm over there doing a rental. This nigga over there, man, he going the fuck off on me. You know what I'm saying? He's literally running up on me, you know what I'm saying? Like, talking crazy. I'm like this. I ain't saying nothing, you know what I'm saying? Because I know how some people are. Remember I told you, some people will provoke you because they know you got money. They know you run a business. And they think that they can, if you fall for it, they can sue you if they want to. So I learned my lesson from how these niggas is, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I don't want to talk to these niggas. I know I would go the fuck off on them, but it's not, I won't go off on them as to where, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to risk my money. I don't let niggas fuck with my money, man. So I'm standing like this. This nigga crazy. This nigga motherfucking crazy, man. So I said, look, man, I appreciate you. Sorry it didn't work out, but let me get the key. Got the key. This nigga walk off. He done embarrassed me in front of my renter. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. So the nigga he got his fucking dog in the car too. And I don't allow pets in my cars, right? So the nigga walk off and he's standing in the parking lot. I go back to doing my rental. I say, look, my apology. It's a disgruntled renter. Whatever. She said, it's okay. It's okay. I said, okay, cool. So this nigga standing over there, right? And then my detailer pulled back up and shit. And man, he ended up seeing the shit about what's going on. So, dude walked back over. The renter walks back over to me and was like, look, man, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, man. I'm just going through a lot right now in my life. And, you know, I said, look, man, what you have going on in your life has nothing to do with me. I am only here to provide you a service. If anything goes on, it's my job to correct it. You know what I'm saying? But please don't put what you got going on in your life. Please don't put what you got going on in your life on me. Okay, the hybrid battery was going out. The check engine light cut on. I said, man, how does the car drive? He said, it drives perfectly fine. You can't even tell. I said, okay, but I was going to swap you into a different car, but you disrespecting my VA out here in front of my renter. You know what I'm saying? Disrespecting me as well. He was like, man, I'm just going through it in life. My dumb ass put him into a different car. Tried to give him a chance. Don't you know the same? I swapped him out of a car at like 12 something in the afternoon. Nigga, he said, so he still owed me money. I put him into a different car. I said, man, look, you need to process your payment by, I think I said 9 p.m. or something like 7, 8, 7, between 7 or 9 p.m. One of them hours. I said, man, process your payment and you'll be good, man. He said, all right, man, as a matter of fact, I'm finna go home and process my payment. He probably lived about 20 minutes away. You know what I'm saying? So this is at 12. I'm sitting there being patient for his main payment. So around the time I say his payment is due, I check my GPS tracker. Well, I check my GPS tracker. The nigga is at a massage parlor. The man is at a massage parlor. I'm like, this man taking my money and going to get a massage? The fuck wrong with this nigga, man? So I kill switch the car. I drive from Antioch to Nashville to get the fucking car. So I'm like, man, I didn't know he was in a massage parlor. It was a plaza. So there's a Pizza Hut. There's not a Pizza Hut, but there's a pizza restaurant right there in that plaza. So I'm thinking, man, what is this dude doing? Like, because I seen like 2 or 3 other Priuses right there. So I'm like, what is he doing, delivering pizza? So I walked into the pizza restaurant and asked them, man, do y'all know this person? I had the driver's license and everything. It was like, no, we don't know who that is. So I'm like, okay, that's crazy. Are they fucking lying? Because I see these other Priuses out here. Is he delivering pizza? Now this man is I'm kind of skipping forward. This man is like 58 years old. 58 years old. Crazy motherfucker. So when I'm walking outside of the pizza restaurant, it's a massage parlor right here. He walking out the massage parlor with his little hairy ass dog. Nigga, I said, what's up, man? Let me get the key. let me go ahead and get that key, man. He said, what? I said, man, I asked you to have your payment at this time and you haven't processed your payment, so I have no choice but to go ahead and repossess the vehicle. He said, it's like that? I said, yes, sir. I gave you plenty of time. You were over here getting a massage. You know what I'm saying? I gave you the car back at 12. You live 20 minutes away and it's 9 at nighttime and you over here fucking the money off. You know, I ain't tell him like that though, but that's what he was doing. He completely lost it. That man lost it, man. I said, man, go ahead and get your personal belongings out the vehicle, and I wish you the best. I said, man, can I have my key? He didn't want to give me the key. So I'm like, oh, here we go. This dumb shit, man. He said, I will give you your key when I get my stuff out the car. So he's being possessive, right? He's wanting for me to go the fuck off on him. I just stood back, cool, calm, and collected, right? Dude goes to get his stuff out, talking about, oh, you bullshitting, this and that, and whatever. He gets his stuff out, and then he throws the key at me. You know what I'm saying? He throws it. That's aggravated assault. That's aggravated assault right there. You know what I'm saying? You can't be throwing shit at people, man. So, I said, damn, man. I grabbed my key, and then, what else happened? Because it got worse than that. I grabbed my key. He grabbed everything out. And then he run up on me again, like he did in the parking lot earlier that day, talking crazy. I'm like, man, I got that fire on me, man. I ain't tell him that, but you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I got that fire on me, man. You do not want to fucking put your hands on me. I swear to God, you'll be right here on this goddamn pavement. Gone, nigga. But the nigga ended up getting his stuff out. And then I went over. I walked back over to my vet because I was parked kind of down a few parking spots down the parking spots rows down. You know what I'm saying? So when he ran up on me and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Like I was like, okay, this dude crazy. So he ended up grabbing his phone and trying to record me, like making a situation out of nothing. I'm like, the fuck out of here. So dude ended up walking around my bed, because I was actually in my car, just sitting right there, um, doing something. I don't know what the fuck I was doing. So I see dude coming, and then he's like, "Man, I'm finna." He said something. It was threatening, like. But then he tried to get my he tried to take a video of my tag. So I got out my vet and walked around and just stood behind my car, and he's over here trying to, you know what I'm saying, get my tag. But he said something as to where, like, it was threatening, as to where, he wanted to get a picture of my tag and try to run some data and figure out some shit that he gonna get his ass knocked off for doing. You know what I'm saying? What we're trying to fucking do. You gonna kill your own motherfucking self fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? So dude ended up like trying to, he put his hands on me, like he pushed me away from my, like, from my tag. I said, "Oh, this nigga done put his hands on me, man." You know what I'm saying? So I was actually, that's when I went ahead and called the police on him, man. Called the police on this nigga. He ended up walking off after I called the police, and then the police came up there. I filed a report, shit like that, man. And that was like one of the worst situations, That was like one of the worst situations. But like all that goes to say, man, like don't be pulling up on niggas, man. Just cut your car off and just wait. But yeah, long story short. But yeah, that man said, he said something like he know people or some shit like that. We gon' the way he said it wasn't no type of sue shit. Like the way, like, how some people can say things and you can take it two ways, but the way he was saying it was like he was gonna try to harm me by getting my tag. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I cover my tag up and shit like that. But nigga, okay. Do you use special plates for your car? No, I don't. I use regular tags that say "In God We Trust." Same thing I've been seeing. That feels special method will have you make bank. It changes lives. Yes, sir. Can I book a call with you and get your special for that 300? Guaranteed, man. I guarantee. Yeah, it's if you book a call with me and get that special, man, you're guaranteed to make well over. If you hop on a coaching call with me, that little 300 is gonna make you thousands. Guaranteed, man. All right. Do you think bouncy or pastime? I need a good secondary solution. All right, so I'm gonna tell you this. I don't have a liking. I don't have a liking to bouncy. The reason why is because when we first got into the game, people who were using bouncy, they were just plugging it into the the bouncy tracker into the OBD2 port. But they do have a splitter or an adapter as to where it looks that they won't know that the bouncy tracker is in there. They won't know, but you can still use the bouncy tracker. Would I buy it? No. I'm not gonna buy a tracker that I gotta pay monthly for and then go buy a splitter. I'm not fucking with it. I don't want any more monthly subscriptions to nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to pay bouncy $15 a month or whatever the fuck a month times 110. Fuck no. Shit, nah. What's that? They just say 15 times 110. I'm not paying bouncy $1,650 a month to track my cars. I got my hardwired GPS trackers. Now I don't know how much bouncy is per month for the subscription, but like with my GPS trackers with Gold Star and with InAuto Solutions, I don't pay monthly. I pay like with InAuto. I think it's like a 4 or 5 year plan. You know what I'm saying? I don't pay shit for like 4 or 5 years. With Gold Star, I think it's like a 2 year, so I don't pay nothing for 2 years. And then after that, I pay yearly, and it's like $25 for the whole year. So to each its own. All right. As far as pickup locations, do you have designated public spots like a Walmart parking lot or another public parking lot? Yeah. Yeah, I do my rentals in a public parking lot. Can you check your messages? Yeah, my VA is checking my messages right now. So if y'all text me anything, If you everybody DM me 300 and pay $300, and I'm guaranteed to make you $3,000. Guaranteed, man. All right. What model? Ask that question again. Like go deeper into that question. Is that KM100? I'll tell KM100. Maximum, whatever the fuck this shit called, KM100. This programmer right here, you can program any year, make, and model. They got a program. Well, they have it to where you can use it to program Ford Fusions, goddamn any car. When you cut the car off, do you have to be there physically to cut back on, or you can do it from anywhere? But I've cut cars off in Medellin, Colombia. I done kill switch niggas. I done kill switch niggas in Tokyo, Japan. I done kill switch niggas in the Philippines, man. As a matter of fact, my VAs live in the Philippines. If I want to kill switch somebody and I don't want to go, I don't feel like going into the system and doing it myself, I'll be like, hey, kill switch number so and so, or kill switch so and so car. They'll kill switch from all the way over there. So you ain't gotta be there. You ain't gotta be there to cut it back on either. It's been times as to where I've been out the country, the car's been kill switched, and then my tow truck driver go pick up the car. He contacts my VAs and tell them, man, cut the car back on. They cut it back on, and he drive the car and tow that motherfucker back to the parking lot. Yeah. Feedback on bouncy or one step, looking for a secondary option. I've never heard of one step. I would not get bouncy. Bouncy is a subscription based GPS tracker, and they're gonna charge you a monthly fee. It might not be that much when you have 10, 15, 20. It adds up. 10, 15 cars, and you paying, how much is bouncy's? How much is? Hold on a second. I don't know how much bouncy's monthly subscription is. That shit adds up, man. We in the business of saving money, not fucking it all everywhere. You already got to pay for these high ass mechanical when the cars break down. How much is bouncy? My damn repair bill last month was $24,000. I ain't got time to be paying bouncy. $8 and bouncy typically costs $8.35 per month per device, or up to $9.65% depending on the specific plan. Let's just go with the $8.35. I ain't got time to be paying bouncy $918.50 a month. Hell no. Just give me 3-4 years, man, and I'm cool. Shit, I pay $110 for my InAuto solutions, and that motherfucker lasts for, I think, some years, man. Some years. You gonna end up paying that shit? Nah. Alright. I got an alarm the other day that my renter was driving 97 miles an hour. What would you do in that situation? I mean, niggas drive fast, man. People drive fast. They could have been trying to. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, man. Just don't do nothing about it, man. People gonna drive fast. If you want to get them out the car, get them out the car. But I'm not gonna say shit. That is fast as hell. They almost going 100, in an economy car. But I just wouldn't say nothing. What you can do is just send them a message, hey, but they gonna know you got a tracker on that motherfucker after you say that. But if you don't care, you can just tell them, look, man, I got a notification that you were going 97 miles per hour, man. Please watch your speed. You know, if you continue to do this, I'm gonna take it as negligence. I'm gonna have to go ahead and ask you to return the vehicle. That's it. He didn't want to do the paperwork. Okay. What's the best background check service to use? The only one I know about is Checker. Checker's expensive as hell. But if you want a good economical website to do background checks with, use Intellius. It's spelled Intelius. Everybody put Intellius in the chat. Intellius is like $25 a month. You know, some people were having difficulty with Intellius because Intellius changed they changed their format up, but the background's still in there. You know, now there will be times as to where that their name might not pop up. I take a little bit of risk. I take a little bit of a risk with that, you know, and the reason why I take the risk is because their name might not pop up on Intellius, but I can understand if you can't run the driver's license and see if the driver's license is valid, and then you go in Intellius and their name is not in Intellius. That's weird. I wouldn't rent to I wouldn't rent to a person if that was the case. But I use a car rental fleet management system called Rent Centric that does run the driver's license and lets me know if it's valid or not. Now I will take that risk with Intellius if it doesn't pop up. Majority of the time it does pop up though, or their name pops up. Another way that you can, if their background doesn't pop up on Intellius, you can go into your county clerk's court docket. Let's just now this is if they actually live in your city. Their driver's license is in your city. You can, or also let's say if they have a out of state driver's license, whatever city is on their driver's license, go into Google and type in that city and state and type in county court docket. Every single charge, if they've ever been charged with anything within that county, most people get caught within their county doing something, whether it be drinking and driving, whether it be speeding, any fucking thing that they've done. Most of the time it be within their county, right? So you can just go in that county, man, type in county court docket booking, and their name gonna pop up if they have had any charges. Now, if they got caught in a different county, but that's another way that you can use. That's another method that you can use to find that background. Everybody put fire in the chat if that was a little bit helpful for you. Excuse me. How long it take without a payment? How long it take without a payment and no more communication? If they stop communicating, if they owe money and they stop communicating, we kill switching it, man. It's over with. Right then and right there, it's over with. I feel like Gold Star lags a lot. It does, man. Gold Star used to be a lot better than it is now. It used to be a whole lot better, man. But recently, well, within the past year, Gold Star they've been on some other shit, man. All right. How can I check to see if my renter license is valid if I don't have Rent Centric? Shit. Some states, man, they allow for you to, they have like websites as to where you, like the city has a website where you can type it in there, and then if it's valid, it'll pop up. They have public motor vehicle reports. Some cities do that. Some cities don't. If that city does not have that, to my knowledge, there's no other methods. It's called InAuto Solutions, like to go in, like auto, like an automobile, solutions. InAuto Solutions. Man, you married? Man, I am not married, man. I have been in a relationship since 2007. 2000, I can't even. You know, when you've been in a relationship that goddamn long, you don't even fucking be remembering shit, man. For real, for real. 2026 minus 2007. Damn, 19 years, man. 19 years, man. All right. Any more questions? Any more questions? I don't believe in marriage, for real, man. Marriage will get you fucked up out here, man. It'll get you fucked up, for real. I don't know no nigga out here. I don't give a fuck who you is. I don't know no nigga that's out here that's faithful. So I swear to God, I don't. I swear to God, I don't. I think that if you married and if you in a relationship and you look at another woman that walk by, that's unfaithful. It's for real, for real. If you in a relationship and you married and this woman come walk right past you and you like, you just cheated. You just cheated, nigga. You ain't supposed to have eyes for no other woman. That's why I said, and that's exactly why I said that shit. Is what it is. All right, how do you manage your fleet of cars? Cause your woman gonna tell you the same shit. If you walk in the grocery store and a woman walk by you and your woman gonna already be side eyeing your motherfucking ass, nigga. If a nigga that's a bodybuilder walk or an athletic type nigga walk past your chick and she, nigga, you gonna be hot. You might well say she cheated, nigga. Same difference. I don't know no nigga out here that's nigga shit. Alright. How do you manage your fleet of cars on your own? Shit. Systems and operations, man. Systems and operations. As far as dropping off cars and picking, so I swear to God, man, if you had the chance, and your old lady was not right there, nigga. And that woman was pressuring you, you gon' fuck. You gon' hit, nigga. Just fuck it. Alright. As far as dropping off cars and picking up systems and operations, man. How many now? I do believe now I'm gonna tell you this, I do believe that women are more faithful than guys. Seriously. Like times 10. I won't say hell no, not no times 10, but I believe anybody can cheat. I do honestly believe that anybody can cheat, nigga. I don't give a fuck who you is. I don't give a fuck if you goddamn, I don't care, nigga. Anybody can cheat. You know what I'm saying? But I do believe that women are a whole lot more faithful than niggas, though, for real. God made it for niggas to not be faithful. You know what I'm saying? God made it for niggas to not be faithful, man. You know what I'm saying? God said be fruitful. The fuck you supposed to be doing, man? Supposed to be fruitful, nigga. It just is what it is. Now, if a woman is getting all kind of dicks rammed up in her, you know what I'm saying? Like that ain't right. But what's the saying? What's the saying, man? You know the key thing, like what the fuck is it, man? You can put every key ain't supposed to unlock the lock, you know what I'm saying? But it's something like that, man. I forgot the saying, but you know, I'm just being 100, man. What the fuck is that saying though? Every key ain't supposed to unlock a lock, but if every fucking key is unlocking that bitch, nigga, damn. Damn. Alright. How many cars did you have when you got rent centric? But I'm gonna tell you also, man, like when you got that key, the key ain't your it's not your phallus, man. You know what I'm saying? It is, but it's also to get into the woman. It's the mind. You know what I'm saying? It's the mind. If you let a nigga get in your gal mind, man, nigga. That's how she fall in love with you, through the mind. She don't give a fuck how big or small you is, nigga. If you got her mind, you damn near gotta touch her. If you got her mind, if you let nigga in your bitch mind, nigga, it's over with. It's over with, guaranteed, man. All right, you can have all the money, you can have whatever, nigga. If it don't matter, if you got her mind, if you let the bitch get in your if you let a guy get in your gal mind, it's over with. Over with. All right. Have you used LexisNexis for background checks? Never. I've never used it. Never. You tripping, man. I'm just telling you the truth, man. This live took a turn real quick, man. I'm a Gemini, you know what I'm saying? I'm a Gemini. I might be talking about the car rentals one moment and then be talking about some other shit, man. But yeah. That's why men be like that. That's why it hurts a man way more than it hurts a female. Like if your gal cheat on you, it'll hurt you way more. It'll hurt you way more. You know what I'm saying? Cause you like, nigga, that shit hurt. You know how quick, like you know how quick it is for a nigga to cheat. It's nothing for a nigga to cheat. It's nothing for a nigga to cheat, man. A nigga can sit up here and fuck on something and then not even care. But if a woman cheat, nigga, she is in love with that nigga, man. The women, I swear to God, she. If your gal cheat, man, you might well don't even let her come back. It's over with. Don't even let her come back, nigga. It's shit over with. It don't end. It's over with. That's why I be telling y'all like these renters, man. Like when you kill switch that car, it's over with. You got about a good week. They're gonna do it again. They're gonna return the car, man. It's over with. For real. I'm gonna let y'all go, man. Shit, I think we done had enough fun for the night, man. But if y'all want more of this type of game, man, you know what I'm saying? Well, they deal with, especially with getting the game. I mean, getting the game for these car rentals. You know what I'm saying? DM147, I got you, man. Hold on 1 second. Gemini season, you need to go into hiding. All right, these renters, y'all typing all kind of questions, man. These renters ain't got shit. Either better just keep the deposit and keep it pushing. Yeah. How did you manage your fleet when you didn't have rent? Oh, I ain't even answered that question, man. My bad about that. So there never was a time there never was a time when I didn't have Rent Centric. You know, I had one car on Rent Centric. When I first started my company, I took it step by step from what my mentor told me. You know, he said get Rent Centric. I got Rent Centric. You know, I made that investment and got Rent Centric even with one car. It was no pimple right there. There was no like nobody was saying like at this amount of cars to get Rent Centric. Nah. It would just get Rent Centric to manage your fleet. So I got it with one car. I paid $1,000 and got it. It cost me $1,000. I got it, man. Now, I'm in the mindset of like when you first start your business out, man, you gotta save your money. And I'm only gonna tell you what's gonna save you money and make you money. I'm not gonna tell you to do anything that's going to be pointless for you at that moment, you know. That's why I say, man, like I think that a person when they have at least 5 cars, that's when you want to go get a car rental fleet management system. That's why I say that when you like, some people need VAs starting out. Some people don't need VAs starting out because they have a lot of time on their hands, you know, that they can sit up here and do the tasks that a VA would be doing. And some people can't afford a VA. I totally understand that, you know. So I basically tailor like one person might ask me a question. I tell them, I give them this answer. Somebody else might ask me a question, and then I break down like what they got going on in their life, and I tell them, no, you don't do what I told that person to do. Do this. You see what I'm saying? So like everything is tailored toward that actual student. You know, I don't want you going out here and I don't want you going out here doing a bunch of like getting subscribed to a bunch of bullshit that you ain't gonna be fucking using at that time. You see what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say a bunch of bullshit. I'm not gonna tell you to subscribe and pay for a bunch of stuff that you don't need at that moment. You know, there's a saying that you need to scale. Like when you start your business, you want to start lean and mean. You want to save all your money, man. But I will always advise you. Like, I think it's kind of, I'm not gonna say dumb, but I think that it's you're hindering yourself by going and buying a car and not knowing the knowledge, not having the knowledge. It's really, you are literally hindering yourself. If you think that you can just go buy the car and learn off of your mistakes, it's going to take you a very long time. You're going to, like, I'm telling you, you might not, I don't even think that you will make it in this game. If you try to go buy the car, and I'm telling you this by being just like humbly, you're not going to make it. You're not going to make it, man. Like if you think that you can go buy the car, go buy 1 or 2 cars, and then I'm just going to just wing it, and then just try to just, you know, go on YouTube, go on Google, go on Feel Live, and goddamn get a free ebook from everybody around on Instagram, or you know what I'm saying, and go to a mastermind and what the fuck you gonna do? You gonna fail, guaranteed. You need some kind of guidance, man. You need some kind of guidance. I'm telling you, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it without guidance. Before I had I'm telling you, I'm not telling you to do something that I didn't do. Before I owned a car, I got a course. I paid $800 for a course, but I bought the course in like February. If y'all know my story, I'll be telling y'all this shit. I bought the course in February. I didn't buy my first car until May, months later. That was February, and I bought the course February of 2021. Went through the whole entire course. I had an LLC before I even had a car. Y'all niggas is buying cars with no LLC. Don't know shit about insurance. Renting these motherfuckers out with no GPS trackers. Going and putting bouncy in them motherfuckers. And failing left and right. It's fucked up, man. I would rather learn from somebody else's mistakes than go out here and try to goddamn just fail myself forward, or try to jump off the cliff and build a parachute. On the way down, you're gonna die. You're gonna die, nigga. Well, you're not gonna die, but you're gonna be in debt. You know what I'm saying? For real. But with the analogy, if you try to jump off a cliff and build the parachute on the way down, what do you expect? Why don't you strap in with somebody with a strap in with a certified licensed nigga that knows how to, you know, y'all know what I'm trying to say, man. When you go skydiving, you know what I'm saying, you want to, like, when you first go skydiving, before you even learn how to do it yourself, what you got to do, man? You take lessons. You go out here and strap up in the damn suit with the nigga who know what he doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if your parachute don't deploy the correct way? You know what I'm saying? You out here trying to build the motherfucker, but your damn self while you falling, nigga. No, man. You got to do things the right way, man. So back to the point. I bought the course in 2021, February 2021. I had an LLC before I had a car. I bought my car in May. As a matter of fact, I formed my LLC May 14th, 2021. I bought the course February of 2021. I bought my first car like right after May 14th. And then I got the car rented out by the end of May. That's what I done. You know what I'm saying? I didn't put the horse before the carriage, nigga. I didn't put the carriage before the horse, nigga. I didn't do shit backwards. You know, then I paid for mentorship after 2 years, and I got stuck, man. I got stuck before I paid for mentorship. I was stuck, man. I was stuck at $20,000 a month. I saw that Hire Car was going out of business, but a year before they even went out of business, man. I saw the shit, and I was like, man, I got to figure out how to get my own customers. I can't rely on these apps. The apps is already taking a lot of money from me. You know what I'm saying, and shit like that. I need to, you know, figure out how I can run these paid ads and shit like that, and market my cars the right way. I figured it out, man. But I don't see how y'all just sit up here buying these damn cars, and God bless you, man. God bless you. It is what it is. Like I said, you ain't gotta pay me, nigga. Pay somebody, nigga. And hopefully that person know what the fuck they talking about. All right. Do you chase renters down for payment after repo or keep it pushing? Is it worth to chase them? No, it's not worth it. It's not worth it to chase your renters down for the payments, man. But there are methods. I don't chase them down. I'm not calling them every day and all that type of stuff, man. But I do have methods as to where you can get some of your renters to pay you. You know, some people, it's going to be some renters who don't care. They known for running off in the plug. And there are some people who got some common sense, and they like, shit, man, you know, I do owe this person money, you know, and they will allow for you to put them on a payment plan to pay their balance off. Yeah. If you want to learn about ways of how when your renters run off on you, how you can, like I said, everybody ain't gonna pay you, but there are methods of how you can get them to pay. You know, if you want to learn those methods, DM147, I got you. If y'all are in my community, and I had went over this shit in my community, we have a community called This Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Remind me, because my mind be all over the damn place. You know what I'm saying? So just ask that question inside the community, and I will, on the call, or you can put it in the community chat, and I'll answer it for you. On average, how much is insurance per car? It depends, man. Like, it depends on what insurance company you go with. You know, I'm paying $63. I'm paying $63 per car. It can get up to $200 per car, depending on which insurance companies that you go with. If you want full coverage with the roadside assistance through GMI, whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be, I mean, with Addify or GMI, it's gonna be about $150, $200 per car. If you want that full coverage, if you want liability, about $60-something a month. I sold the Sienna, transmission fucked up shortly afterward. Dang. Sorry that happened, man. How often do you change transmission oil? So I've only had to change the transmission fluid in a Prius once. Once. I'm talking about on one car. All my other cars, man, I done had them for years. Even cars I have now, I have never changed the transmission of motherfuckers besides on one car. When I did have to change that transmission fluid, I changed the fluid. Well, the car was acting funny. I changed the fluid, and the car was right back ticking. I mean, not ticking, but right back, you know, running like it was supposed to run. Learning off mistakes and sacrificing capital in this industry is the deadly game. Yeah, buying the wrong cars, trying to do it on your own. You know, like I tell y'all, man, like one of the most costliest expenses in this business is mechanical repairs. You know what I'm saying? Like that's one of the most expensive shits. If you buy the wrong cars, nigga, I be seeing people be talking about, man, you can buy any car and it's gonna work. No, the fuck it ain't. No, the fuck it ain't, man. I swear to God, nigga. Some cars is just, nigga, they headaches, man. You need to be buying the right cars. Now you say you bought that Sienna though, Jesse, man. I don't know, man. Like them Siennas pretty much got good transmissions, but you should have saw how much it cost to change the transmission out though. But I don't know. But anyway, man, one of your most costly expenses is going to be mechanical repairs. Now, if you're trying to learn this game on your own, everything's going to cost double. Everything, you're going to double your time. You're going to double your cost on repairs because you ain't going to know where to get your shit fixed at. Like, as far as like, what about the parts from? What's even, some of y'all not even mechanically inclined about shit. You know what I'm saying? You go to mechanics, they fucking you over. My mentees can call me and I can set them up with resources. I can set them, like, I even go on, like, go get on phone calls with them and tell them, man, go buy this part and save them money. They going to, some of y'all going on O'Reilly's, some of y'all going to AutoZone and shit like that, man, and spending on arm and legs, spending double on the parts and shit like that, man. So, like I said, without the right guidance, man, you're going to pay double for everything. Double your time, double your money. It's just not going to work. And some of y'all don't have the patience, or some of y'all don't have the wherewithal to keep going when things are not going your way because you're expecting it to go right every single time and it's not. And if you don't have that person that you can just call up and be like, man, hey, going through a situation right now, can you give me your advice on what I should do? You ain't got no fucking body to call. You just like, I'm just gonna go on ChatGPT or somewhere and figure some shit out. It ain't gonna work. Especially with this insurance shit, man. All right, someone else's experience is always the best teacher. Most definitely. What's your highest mileage car you bought? I bought a car with over 300,000 miles on it. Yeah. What's the website of Rock Auto to get the premium parts? That's what I'm talking about. He talking about what's the website of Rock Auto to get the premium parts. You know what I'm saying? That's the website is Rock Auto. You know what I'm saying? So you got to go on Rock Auto and then find the part that you actually need. And then don't buy the economy parts. Buy the daily driver. The daily, because some of y'all gonna be cheap as hell, and you're gonna be like, man, I'm gonna go with the cheap economy parts, and these are not, because you got a cheap economy car, but you need to also understand that these people drive so many miles per month. You need to get the daily driver. You need to get the premium parts, and you need to know what brands to get and the right part to get. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. How you like the Ford Fusion 2016s plus? Man, ever since a mechanic told me don't buy them shits, I'm gonna tell you don't buy them. I don't care what no fucking body say. I'm gonna tell you don't buy them shits, man. It is what it is. And I'm not going off of what just one with Coachella Live. I'm not going off of what just one mechanic told me, man. I've spoken with multiple mechanics. I even spoke with an electrical mechanic, and he the one that because I was going to buy Ford Fusions about 3 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was talking about it. I was even teaching about, yeah, Ford Fusions, man, go get them Ford Fusions. And then I always do my research, man. You know, and I was talking to a couple mechanics that was like, yeah, man, do not buy them shits, nigga. Do not buy them. I said, okay, cool, but I'm a hard-headed ass nigga. I would still try some shit, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't try that. Now, some people do have, I know of some people who do have good experiences with them, but those are more low mileage Ford Fusions, you know what I'm saying? But when them cars get high mileage, you're guaranteed to be going through transmissions, you know. Priuses have their hiccups. Let me get back to the point. I will get back on that in a minute. when I talk to my electrical mechanic, man, like now this is somebody who, when Toyota can't figure out what's going on with this car, they send the car to, now when the Toyota dealership can't figure out what's going on with the damn Toyota, they will, everybody, all the dealerships in Nashville, when they can't figure out this electrical issue, what they're gonna do is they're gonna send that car to Well Tech Auto Diagnostics in Nashville, Tennessee. This is my electrical mechanic. I use nothing but the fucking best. Cause I won't, even though I think he charges like $250 an hour, and you got a 2 hour minimum. So before you even figure out it's $500 out the gate before you even figure out what's going on with your car. You see what I'm saying? And I don't mind paying those rates whenever it's something that I can't figure out. It's something it's very, very seldom I gotta take a car up there. Very, very seldom. I got a car up there right now. That motherfucker been I got a car right now up there though, but it's been up there for a minute though, man. It's very rare. So I asked him, I said, look, man, what do you think about the Ford Fusions? He said, got transmission issues. They have electrical issues. Like, yeah, man, don't buy them. He was like, if you want to buy it, just make sure you keep a transmission in the trunk. I said, oh yeah, and that scared the fuck out of him. Like, I gotta keep a transmission in the trunk, nigga. What the fuck you talking about? I was like, I never do it again. I mean, not never do it again. I've never owned a Ford Fusion. Never. I don't think I've ever even owned a Ford. No. So that just deterred me from even buying them. Now back to the Priuses. How reliable is the Prius? Shouldn't we worry about the batteries? Now some people have told me, like, Phil, man, you know them Prius like the back of your hand, man. Like them Priuses, like the hybrid batteries is, yeah, I do know them like the back of my hand. That's why when you come to me, if you buy a Prius and you one of my mentees or students, you gonna learn how to fucking fix this shit for almost free. You know what I'm saying? So the hybrid batteries will go out on you every now and then. You know, it'll happen. If you don't know about the batteries, you will end up paying about $1,200 for a 1 year warranty, $1,300 for a 1 year warranty. You end up paying about $2,400 for a 2 year warranty. If you don't know about them, I don't really advise for you. Like, if you're not one of my students, I'm gonna tell you, don't buy a Prius, nigga. Them Priuses will run you crazy if you don't know about them. They will run your ass crazy for real. But once you know them, and you have to get to know every single car that you even, if you're gonna get into this business, you're gonna have to get to know these cars like the back of your hand. Period. Point blank. There should become a point as to where y'all see what, if y'all were on here earlier, I told y'all that I can just call a renter. Like, if a renter calls my VA and say, hey, the check engine light on, I can call them and down to know what's going on just by the codes. And also, if it's a suspension issue, I can down there know what's going on with the suspension just by asking certain questions. You should eventually become the same way with your cars. You see what I'm saying? So with Priuses, it will cost $2,400 to get a 2 year warranty with a battery. I don't advise you to get the 1 year warranty because I've had bad experiences with the 1 year warranty. They use the lower grade, not lower grade cells, but they use a lower, like a older high mounted cell on the 1 years. If you get the 2 year warranty, it's a bag. It's gonna cost a lot of money. But I have learned to recondition these batteries myself, and I have videos within my community, step-by-step videos on how you can do it yourself. You just got to order the parts. I mean, order the hobby chargers. Let me show you. You just got to order the hobby chargers. I think they're about $250. Y'all, bro, this nigga got shit in this fucking house, man. Hold on one second. All right, so you gotta order one of these, man. This is like, I think about $250. As you see, I'm reconditioning one right now. So I got 3 of these that cost about, I think about $250 a piece. But the reason why I got 3 of these, because I don't want to, like, I want to make sure I can get this shit done very quick, so I can pretty much recondition a hybrid battery within a few days, like, and it'll be down to a brand new battery. You see what I'm saying? So I've mastered this shit, man. And I also teach my students how to do it as well. Like I said, I have videos in my community of how they can go by the same go by the same tools. I also have modules right here, man. I buy my modules from a place called Green. What is it called? Some shit. I got models right here, so I buy my models from a place called, I forgot what it's called. What the fuck is this shit called? It's actually in Lakeland, Florida. Lakeland, Florida. I bought them from there because their modules are great. They're in great condition. They sell a great product. What's the name of this company? Y'all probably like, this nigga got fucking a hybrid battery in his house with goddamn models and shit, man. Get into the car rental business, nigga. You gonna have the same shit. Yeah, when you start getting all kind of Amazon boxes and shit, you gonna have boxes and shit in your house too, then. Hybrid battery. Hybrid modules. I forgot what it's called. Battery modules. All right, so the place where I order my modules is called Exclusively Hybrid. They're in Lakeland, Florida, man. The modules cost about $35 a piece. Whenever your hybrid battery goes bad, it's because your module has went bad. A module has went bad. The models are nothing. The models are only $35 a piece. You can recondition the hybrid battery your damn self and find out which module was bad by the specs on it. A lot of times you only got to replace like 1 or 2 batteries. This previous battery that I reconditioned, I had to replace 8. I bought 20 modules at $35 a piece plus shipping. I think I paid like $900 for 700 for 20 modules, and I can damn near recondition a lot of batteries depending on how many I got to replace them within one whole battery pack. That saves me thousands. I teach my students the same thing if they got these Priuses, man. All right. How reliable are the Priuses? They're very reliable, man. Once you get the kinks out of the hybrid batteries, such as the blown head gasket, your 2 main things that you got to worry about with the Priuses are the blown head gaskets and the hybrid batteries. The ABS modules go out every now and then. The more cars you get, you're gonna be dealing with the same shit. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, man, once you get those kinks out, you ain't gonna never get no calls. You might get a call about a map sensor or something like that. You just clean the map sensor out and over and done with. You know. But I agree though. You know what I'm saying? What they talking about? Yeah, Philip. You know this Prius like the back of your hand. Yeah, I do. You know, it's a benefit of me, and it's also a benefit of my students. If they go get these Priuses, they know that they can just call me, Philip, my Prius is doing this. All right, let's get to work. All right, I might have to ship a car to him. You ain't got to ship your car to me, man. Shit, like I already got other shit I got to do. You just go into the community and watch those videos, man. You can do it yourself. That's the whole point. Not for me to do it, but for me to teach you how to do it so you can do it yourself. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be a crutch. I don't want to be a crutch for you, man. All right. Prius high in my market on Facebook. Yeah, man. The Trump over there in Iran bullshit, man. He got the him and Iran ain't getting along right now, man. So Israel got Trump over there doing their dirty work. You know what I'm saying? And Trump out here looking bad, man. You know what I'm saying? So the gas prices is terrible right now. So they're increasing the prices of these Toyota Priuses, man, which they trying to make a bag off them because they're very fuel efficient. They get anywhere between 37 to 45 miles per gallon. You know, yeah. I pay 250 to 400 for hybrid repairs that I can't do myself. Everything else I'm calling field. So I'm gonna tell you what they're doing for $250 to $400. What they're doing is they're not even reconditioning your batteries. All they're doing, like what I'm doing is, I'm gonna give you the whole game on it. What they're doing is they're just taking out the modules. They're using a what is it called? What's the little thing called, man? They're using a electrical something, I forgot what it's called, and they're just trying to see, okay, which batteries is low, and then they're just taking that bad module out and putting another module in, rebalancing it, and sending you on your way. That's all they're doing. That's a temporary fix, and it works. It does work. It's kind of like putting a head gasket, the head gasket stuff you can buy from AutoZone in your car, and then it runs for 6 months, and then it's right back fucked up. It's kind of like that, man. But when you learn how to recondition, but I mean, it could even last a year plus for you. I'm just giving an example. It's really just a temporary fix to get you on the way. But you can actually learn how to do it yourself and it costs you maybe $50, you know what I'm saying? $65 or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But the way I do it, I recondition it the right way. I recondition every single module, and whatever module fails to test, I take that module out, put the new module in, so that I don't like getting calls. I don't like when my renters call me. I be hating that shit when they call me and say, man, when my VA send me over a darn O'Reilly's sheets talking about this nigga got a goddamn check engine light for a sensor, especially for a P080, which is a hybrid battery. I be hating that shit. But yeah, I'm more of a Camry guy, but I in the Prius great mileage. They get great mileage, man. These renters, man, they love Priuses. I'm telling you, these niggas. That's why I keep buying them, man. That's exactly why I keep buying them. They love that gas mileage, man. But I mean, a Prius, like I said, it can be you will form a love and hate relationship with them Priuses for real. But you'll love them because your renter's gonna love them. They good on gas. Once you get the kinks out, you ain't gonna get no phone calls. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta work through it. Once you work through it, that motherfucker gonna be a money printer, guaranteed. And they're not gonna have no problem with paying you $500 a week because they saving hella money on gas. All right, yeah, I don't fool with Green Tech. I don't fool with Green Tech at all. That's the company I was telling you all that I would buy the 1-year warranty, and then the battery would go bad. It's been times where I went to Green Tech and then I got the battery switched out. I'm on the way back home, and the battery is right back bad. You know, so that's what really forced me to learn how to recondition my own hybrid batteries. And I put the same videos that I learned inside of my community, man, for my students, that if they have any issues, they just go through the same thing, go through the same step by step. I don't give no vague videos. I get the step by step as to where if you just got the patience to watch the videos, man, you're gonna fuck around and learn something that's gonna save you thousands of dollars. How much is the ABS to fix? So you can get the ABS system, straight up her moose. So the ABS, man, you can get these ABS modules. Well, you can get the ABS assembly, which is the master cylinder and the brake booster pump. for like anywhere between $450 to $750. It just depends. Where do I find them? I go on eBay. You can also go on to car-part.com and find them at junkyards and shit like that, man. The price of the part is gonna be anywhere between $450 and $750. I done saw some for $1,000, and then pay somebody like $300. I'm paying $300 to get it put in. I'm getting tired now, man. I haven't bought a car all month because I'm getting ones down, up and running. They're more expensive now. That's what I'm doing too. I'm not buying no cars, man. I've had 110 cars for the past month and a half or something like that, man. So don't think anything negative, man. Just put your money into getting your cars that you have down right now up and running. I'm doing the same thing. I'm not buying no damn cars. I got a lot of them sitting due to mechanical issues. You're doing the right thing. Invest your money into getting them cars fixed and get them gone. And then once you start getting low on cars, like when you only got like 1 or 2 cars left in your fleet, go ahead and buy more cars. That's the best way. Do they have Priuses without hybrid batteries? Unfortunately not. They don't have Priuses. They all have hybrid batteries. One thing some game I will tell you all is that do not buy the Prius plugins. Do not buy the Prius plugins because you can't rent them cars out to rideshare drivers. It's not going, you can't get them. I mean, they're not going to approve it. How do I know? It's because I had a renter who, he had a Prius plug-in before he came and rented with me. And he said the reason why he came to me is because I don't have no Prius plugins. And he got in my car and uploaded it onto the app, and he was cool. Would you buy a 2010 Prius? No. Now, even with it being 15 years or newer for Uber criteria, no, I would not. I would not. The only cars that I'm buying now is 2012s or newer. My car dealer, he has like 4 or 5 2011s up there, and he's trying his best to get me to buy them cars because he actually bought the cars for me, and I ended up changing up my business model as to where now I'm only buying 2012s. So he's trying his very best and like, Philip, I got 5 Priuses for you right now. Buy them. I'm like, no. It's really my fault why he got all them down 2011s because I told him, man, yeah, I'm only buying 2011s now. And he went and bought a whole bunch of fucking 2011s because he know that the 2011s are cheaper than the 2012s and shit like that, I kind of feel bad though, but I told him, but I changed my model up now, and now he's sitting on all these damn 2011s, and he has to get them gone, I'm not buying them motherfuckers. I still feel bad though. Shit. We had a conversation 2 days ago. He was like, man, what did he say? He was like, yeah, man, you still have until December 31st to make your money. He said you still have until shit. He said you still have until December 31st. You're gonna get your money back within 2 to 4 months. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna make your money back. I said, yes, I know that, but I don't want no more 2011s. When January 1st hit, then I'm gonna have to be swapping niggas out into, you know what I'm saying, out of them cars and only renting them cars to DoorDashers and Uber Eats drivers. I was like, man, I already got a whole bunch of 2010s and 2011s. I need all 2012s now. I don't want to spend $5,000 and then have this huge problem that I already that I already have to face January 1st, 2027. But I still feel bad though, man. Like, he got all them damn cars, man. He gonna get them gone though. He gonna get them gone. All right. Damn, man. All right. When we join your mentorship, can we have access to your dealer for Priuses? Yeah, most definitely, man. You can, like, when you join my one-on-one mentorship and the door is open, I don't hold nothing back. I don't hold nothing back, If you join my community, You can still get my dealer in my dealer in my community though. They all got his phone number. But recently he been telling my, I don't know, man. Y'all might not want to buy no cars from him, man. He been telling folks 6,800 for a Prius. It was probably a 2015 or 2016 or something like that. He told him, but he'll fuck with you though. You ain't gonna, I mean, you won't be able to get my prices. You know what I'm saying? But he'll fuck with you. Yeah, if y'all caught on talking about you want one car, he gonna tell you he gonna. I know he'll sell you a car for 6,000. I know because I know for a fact he'll sell you one for 6,000. But if it's like a 2015, he gonna want 6,500 for it out the gate. But you just gotta form that relationship with him. Tell him, look, man, I'm gonna be buying a bunch of cars from you, and he actually see that you doing something, you got some motion, he'll fuck with you, man. If you call him and say, I want 3 cars, he'll fuck with you. One car, it's gonna be 6,000. I already know it's gonna be 6,000. He was doing me like that. All right. But the thing is, some of y'all probably thinking, man, 6,000, nigga, hell no. The thing is, man, like, I would rather buy a car that I know ain't nothing wrong with it. I'm finna get the temp tag automatically and it's out the door. In this game, that's how it be. We ain't got time to be sitting up here worrying about waiting on titles from the auction. We ain't got time to be sitting up here gambling with these auction cars, trying to figure out if this motherfucker really gonna be running or not. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got time for it. When we get the car, we need to get the motherfucker gone. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I would rather spend 5,000. That's why I would rather spend maximum 5,500. I know when I get my car, there is not gonna be nothing wrong with it. The car, aesthetic wise, or mechanically, the motherfucker is driving like it's a 2024. I ain't gonna say 2026, but it's a 2012 driving like a 2024. You know what I'm saying? So all I gotta do, I'm gonna get a temp tag that's extended out for 3 months. So I got 3 whole months that I can just rent this junk out. All I gotta do is install my GPS trackers and get this car gone. Some of y'all going to these auctions and y'all bought a car last year and that motherfucker still sitting. You ain't made a penny off that motherfucker, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I would rather spend a little bit. Sometimes you gotta just spend the money, man, just to, make the money a whole lot quicker and dodge a headache. And that's what I'm all about, man. Dodging headaches, man. For real, for real. Now I can also go on Facebook Marketplace. I mean, I feel like I have more control on Facebook Marketplace too, man. I don't have no auction license. You know what I'm saying? And you can't trust some of these people. Man. Like you can't trust a lot of these people in your city who are brokering cars out under dealerships that have given them access to their auction license. You can't do that, man. That's why a lot of y'all are in the position that y'all are in right now, unfortunately. And I hate that you are in that position. I really do, man. It's people out here like my dealer is going through a situation that's to where he allows somebody to. I'll leave that, but I'll leave that up out of here. But it's not anything that my dealer done wrong. It's just a nigga that he gave access to his auction license. You know what I'm saying? Well, he didn't even give access to him. Like, he sold a fucking anyway. My dealer is 100% legit, period, point blank. But you got some niggas, man, that they be out here just fucking people over, and then they put the dealer in a bad situation as to where now they gotta clean everything up for this dumbass nigga out here fucking people over and shit. You know what I'm saying? And then they end up just ruining something that was good. You got people out here, man, that are brokers that you will go pay them to find you a car. They don't give a fuck how your car. They don't give a fuck if that motherfucker running. They don't give a damn what's going on with that car. Nigga, they gonna tell you, yes, I went and got this car. You know what I'm saying? You done got a fucking lemon, and you can call them back like, look, this car is not good. They don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? You can have title issues. Once they have gotten your money, they are done with you. Once they have gotten your money, they are done with you. They don't have to even fool with you no more. You can take them to court, yeah, but you're not suing them. You're gonna have to sue the dealership. You're gonna put the dealership in a bad position. You know what I'm saying? But I only know one person that if I was to go buy a car from the auction, that I would fool with, and that's my. Well, I know two people. That's my dealer, and he goes and buys cars from the auctions all day, every day for me. You know what I'm saying? And that's a guy. Another guy's called his name is Devontae. You can find him on Instagram at Mr. Beat Property. Mr. Beat Property. So if you want to still fuck with them auctions, I advise you to go through Devontae. So, but I'm gonna still tell you, man, shit, you go through him or nigga, you better go on Facebook Marketplace or find you form a relationship with a dealer within your city. Form a relationship with a small mom and pop car lot. Go look at their reviews. And have them go to the auction. They're buying the cars from the auction anyway. The brokers are going through them anyway. Why don't you just go fuck the middleman and go to the person that owns the shop or the manager, or not the shop, but the person who runs the car lot. Have them go find you. Look, man, I actually just go just take one day out and Google you can go on these car websites. You can go on Auto Trader or whatever, or you can type in Toyota Prius, whatever the fuck kind of car you want to get, and then you know what I'm saying. It's something called SEO. These dealers they put that they have keywords and stuff like that, and they might have they might even be a car dealer that specializes in Ford Fusions or specializes in Camrys, specializes in whatever car you're trying to buy. Right? Let's go up. Well, look at their reviews. If they got 4.5, 4.8, whatever, 5-star, whatever, go up there and chop it up with them, man. Be like, hey, look, I'm looking for this type of car, and I'm actually in the car rental business, man. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, find a source as to where I can find these cars at not consumer rates, but at wholesale rates, because I'm wanting to buy these cars in bulk. So I'm trying to see if I can work a deal with you. I guarantee they'll fuck with you. If you buying cars in bulk, if you just buying one car, no, they're not gonna fool with you, man. They're not gonna fool with you. But that's how I formed my relationship with my car dealer. Actually, not before, but years ago, man, I had saw his car lot, and I saw that he had a bunch of Priuses up there. He always had Priuses. Still to this day, still have Priuses. He got 5 of them motherfuckers trying to sell them to me right now, and I'm not buying them. But one time I went up there and he wasn't there, and one time I went up there and the car that I was trying to buy, this was back in 2021, the car was not there. They said, man, the car's been sold. They was going. Pandemic, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, they was like, yeah, man, we should get some more soon. At that point in time, I just started going on Facebook Marketplace and snatching them up left and right, But then I got tired of going on Facebook Marketplace. I got tired of driving to Alabama, to Kentucky, across the city of Nashville, looking at cars. I got lazy, right? And I started going back on Auto Trader. And so I found his car lot again. They had Priuses. So I went up there, and they had the Priuses right there. I think I bought 2 or 3 in that day. You know what I'm saying? Bought 2 or 3 in that day. I I chopped up game with him, told him, look, this is what I'm doing. I even told him my story, like, look, and I saw your car lot years ago, man. You know what I'm saying? I saw that you be having Priuses, but when I came over to try to buy the car wasn't even there. He was like, oh yeah, we get Priuses all the time. I told him what cars I'm looking for. He was like, yeah, man, well, we can work something out. Man, I done bought. When I first started buying cars from him, I think I had like 23 cars in my fleet. I got 110 cars now. 110 cars now. That's how many cars I bought from him. Hundreds of thousands of dollars, man. But you can do the same thing from somebody within your city just by opening your mouth up, opening your mouth up, going and checking these folk reviews, and they will literally be going to the auction for you, buying the cars for you. Just also tell them, like, look, man, before you call me about this car, please make sure that it don't have no mechanical issues. So therefore, now you can have somebody calling you about cars, and you got to be driving an hour away to go look at this damn car where somebody done lied on Facebook Marketplace talking about ain't no check engine lights on, or the car has a clean title and it's rebuilt, and now you done wasted 2 hours out of your day fucking with this lame ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Fuck with the dealers, man. Fool with the dealers. Devontae is a dealer, so you actually doing the same thing by going through Devontae. Devontae's a dealer. He got his auction license, so he gonna be going to the auction, finding you a car, and shipping the car to you. Am I getting any kind of cut out of that? Fuck no, I don't care about getting the cut. You know what I'm saying? I'm just giving you a resource that you can use to be able to, you know what I'm saying, make business a little bit easier for you, man. If you want to learn how to start, market, properly insure, and scale a profitable car rental business, man, if you tired of doing it on your own, like if you want to just shortcut everything, shortcut your way to financial freedom, man, you already know what to do, man. I actually still have my my tier 1 mentorship, man. My tier 1 mentorship. My mentorship, my regular mentorship is $6,000 for 3 months, or $10,000 for 6 months. You know what I'm saying? I got a tier 1 mentorship for people who are serious about changing their life and serious about not having to double their time, double their money, and double their headaches on trying to get this damn business off the ground the right way. You know what I'm saying? If you are wanting to shortcut your time and be able to get to the money a lot quicker, man, DM the number 1K. Now, what is included within this, man? What is included within this? Man, first of all, you get access to my community, but that all of my in the community, you are with my community members, but you get a lot of valuable knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get everything up in that motherfucker as far as like questions that you're trying to get answered, insurance, all that type of stuff. You also get one personal. Now, this is personal. This is a one-on-one mentorship. You don't get what my community members don't get that. You get my personal. You know what I'm saying? Personal Zoom calls with me. It's just you and I. You get one personal one-on-one Zoom call with me that is recorded for 30 minutes a week. This is a 1-month mentorship. It ain't you don't have to continue to pay. You can get what the fuck you need up out of it and get the fuck on. I don't give a fuck. That's what y'all want to do anyway. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to invest my time into you within that 1 month. So you get that one-on-one mentorship. I mean, one-on-one Zoom call with me for 30 minutes once a week. You can schedule your own time. It ain't like I'm sitting up here telling you to. How can I say it? If you want to have your Zoom call on Tuesday, and then we do our 30-minute Zoom call, and then the next week on Monday, you just contact my VA and say, hey, look, I need to schedule a call with Philip at this time on this day. She gonna say, okay, cool. She gonna let me know. She ain't even gonna ask me, Philip, are you available? She gonna say, Philip, your time. Well, so and so wants to schedule a Zoom call. All right, cool, bet. Hop on the call. We taking care of business. I also will have my executive assistant train your VA for you. You know what I'm saying? Now I know I do kind of realize that some of y'all, this is really tailored toward people who are wanting to get to the business right away. This ain't for people who are just curious. If you're curious, that's what my community is for the 147. But if you got some motion or you trying to scale fast and just you trying to get to it, man, nigga, that's what there's only 1K, nigga. And you don't even know how much value you getting. Ain't nobody trained nobody other VAs. My VA has been with me for over 2 years now, man. She basically runs my business for me, along with my other VAs. You know what I'm saying? She's gonna take time out and train your VA for a couple of days and get your VA on point. Some of y'all don't know what the fuck y'all doing in this business. You don't even know the first of shit. You know what I'm saying? So how you gonna come into the business and then be trying to get a VA and you don't know what the fuck, you don't even know shit. It's gonna be more difficult for you. You see what I'm saying? So she's gonna spend her time with your VA get your VA trained. She's gonna most definitely, you know what I'm saying? Well, you're gonna get scripts for your VAs to, like, when your leads are coming in, exactly what to your VA is gonna know what to say. She's gonna have videos, training videos, and she also gonna have training with my one-on-one VA while you're training with me. You see what I'm saying? And you got access to my community all for 1K, man. If you are serious and not curious about getting into this business, I ain't gotta speak on myself, man. I know what I'm worth. It's more than goddamn 1K to to goddamn spend time with y'all. I could be goddamn just chilling, man. You know what I'm saying? But I want to help y'all, but if you don't want to help yourself, I can't help you. It just is what it is, man. If you are serious and not curious, DM the number 1K. Let's get to work. Take care.